And we've got two teams here today in Richmond and Sydney. And we're looking forward to a big game on a spectacular afternoon at the Triple MCG. The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks football. We're about to get underway. Both sides are out on the track as we speak at the moment. So welcome Ash Chua with all the Red Z Lending stats. Red Z Lending loans for the self-employed. Ash, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, BT. Tigers record at the G since 2017. They've won 44 out of 51, also throw in a draw. But positive for Swans, number one in attack. They're averaging 123 points per game opposed to the previous two seasons whereby they ranked 16th. But let's just look at some of the young kids for Sydney. Logan McDonald and Errol Goulden, collectively they've kicked 9 majors this season. Goulden also averaging 20 touches and 10 score involvements per game. And Braden Campbell, BT, he was picked 5 in the 2020 National Draft. He's played 100% game time inside the defensive 50.
So, Ash, we've heard a lot about these young kids at Sydney.
Yes.
Give us, are there 5, 6 of them? Who are they? Give us their names. We're the ones we've got to watch for.
Yeah.
So Golden was one of them.
Yeah, Golden, Logan McDonald and Braden Campbell.
They're the ones been doing the damage.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. All right, Ash, is that it?
And Callum Mills, he's playing more time in the midfield, I should say. He's averaging 24 touches.
And you've had a week to prepare and that's it.
I've got plenty more, but BT, I know you like to keep things nice and tight.
30 seconds, tight. Let's go downstairs. Jay-Z is awaiting. Bob Jane T-Marts. Big deals for safer holiday driving this Easter. Visit bobjane.com.au. Jay-Z, good afternoon. Welcome to you.
Yes, hello, BT. Hot conditions down here at the MCG today. Forecast top of 32 degrees. Should hit that about 4 p.m. this afternoon. Currently 29 degrees. Nice in the shade, but hot work out there for the players. We can see both clubs have already got the big silver fans in operation down on the benches to try and keep the players cool today. As Ash said, fascinating battle ahead today in the Sydney forward line. They kicked 37 goals over the first 2 weeks. It's the number one forward line in the competition, and they come up against, well, the best defensive system in the Cape. Let's be honest, in the Richmond Tigers. It's going to be great to watch today. The two subs, Daniel Rioli for Richmond and James Bell for Sydney. The benches, it's Caddy Graham Arts and Egg Malessi Smith for the Tigers. And for the Swans, Florent Campbell, Kennedy and Logan McDonald will start on the pine. Can't wait to watch him shut him stuff out there today, BT.
I like the second half of your blurb then, but just straying into special comments, Seabus style with the first half, but that's okay, Jay-Z. We know how much you love your footy, delivering consistent long-term returns for members, Seabus for all of us. Wayne Carey and Bernie Vince here today. Boys, what do you make of this one?
Yeah, it's going to be a ripping affair. Both very good around the footy. Love the contested stuff, but yeah, Sydney, as you mentioned, Ash, they're scoring better. They're scoring more freely, moving the footy a lot quicker than what we've seen in the last couple of seasons. Well, for probably a long period of time, really, and they're exciting. Their young kids are really good. They play an exciting brand, and but Richmond, they're the number one team in the comp and have been for the last 4 or 5 years, and just their defensive and Jay-Z said it. It's their system. They don't rely on individuals. It's more of a system defensively, and they do it better than anyone.
And Duck, of course, in tight white today.
He is, isn't he?
Yep.
Nice
Heading
shirt.
out tonight. A real tight pair of black shorts too, like stubbies.
The old stubbies.
What is wrong with you?
Like
Where are you going?
Whenever you don't do
Even
the rub,
your sleeves are pulling up under your armpits.
whenever you don't do the rub, you just come on here, you give a couple of little slingers.
Drive-bys.
Well, you miss it, don't you? But anyway,
The rub?
yes, but I'll tell you what.
I have missed it, to tell you the truth.
I know.
That is, I haven't heard it.
I like it.
Oh, I like
He's
it.
on fire.
I'll tell you what we have, Bernie, is we've obviously got the champion team that's won the flags, won 3 flags, and then we've got the youth.
Yep.
Now, I just hope they don't get stage fright. As Two-Man said, they're playing good, attacking, free-flowing footy, Sydney, and I hope they continue that because I think that's the only way you're going to beat Richmond. You've got to take the game on. You've got to get the ball in there quickly. Don't allow them time to set up. Once they set up, we know they set up better than anyone. We know the game's changed. The one team, BT, if you look at what's happened over the first 3 rounds, we look at the defenders are having to defend. They're having to play one-on-one. Richmond still have the ability to zone off. They still set up quicker than anyone else, but their defenders, and I'm talking about the likes of Grimes and these guys, Grimes and Vlosten and these guys, they have the ability to zone off, but they're also very good one-on-one players. So I just hope that Sydney continue to play the way they have, move the ball quickly and don't get stage fright because they're playing against the current champs.
Now, I'm very excited today. I'm not going to tell you why, but throughout the day, I'm going to drop key words that will describe at the completion of this game why I'm excited. And, you know, you can just have a little guess here and there throughout the day if you wish.
We're playing a game.
Just stay tuned throughout the day. Keywords will be dropped in and out
And what are, and
to work out. No one in the box knows. No good looking at
what's it
producers
for?
and
What's it for?
echoes.
This is when you got too much time on your hands. You come up with these silly little...
It's a personal thing to see my family.
Do we win something, BT?
And no, you win nothing. It's all about me.
Okay.
And so just stay tuned for that. Don't make it out to be a big thing because you know the game's quite big.
No, you did that.
So we'll do that. So we're just about ready to get underway. By the way, umpires today: Justin Power, Jeff Dalgleish, and Daniel Johansson are the three men to get it underway. I won't say an incredibly experienced group of umpires here today. G looks immaculate. Sunny day, 32. The top today, as Jay-Z mentioned down there, JB. But looking forward to seeing. I've heard so much about Sydney. I've just heard the boys describe why they're good. But I'm desperate to see them. I see articles in the paper today and experts like in their boxes next to us, etc. And some big, well-known writers in the Herald are tipping them now to make the top four. And I'm just I'm tipping them not to make the 8.
No, that's big. That's a big jump for them. But Logan McDonald's a big one. Pick 4, the boys are talking about him. Apple Cross over there in the West.
Well, they're all big young
Aquinas
kids.
College.
They're young kids.
Perth Football Club over there, and Robert Wiley, and they've had
Rob Wiley.
and Barry Cable. They've had some legends over the journey, but this young man brings a lot with him.
Do you know Rob Wiley, former Tiger, of course, as well, and former flatmate of mine? Since when he debuted for the Perth Football Club in the Waffle, when it was big time, JB, you remember? It was a big, solid competition. He won the best and fairest in every year from his year of debut for 9 consecutive years.
Including Richmond or just at
No, just at Perth Football Club.
That's amazing.
Just an amazing player he was over there. Unlucky not to win the Sandover medal.
Why didn't he come to the VFL?
He did. He came
Eventually,
to Richmond
but late.
He came when he was about 27, 28.
So Russell Ebert did the same thing late, remember?
And he was okay. He contributed. He played in 1990 Premiership, of course, and was a good player. Gun guy, Rob. So I'm not
and
sure.
speaking of the great Barry Cable, of course, he had 2 goes at it. Then he came over, went back, and then came back.
Yeah.
And he was a superstar as well. Great Barry Cable, likely to be listening. Played over 400 games in both comps.
Yeah. How many play at North?
120
just
or
over 100.
Oh, Ash will have that. Just over 100 anyway.
over 100.
And he's in the team of the century at North?
Yes.
Yes,
Would be.
absolutely should be. And
Who's the captain of that?
Anyone from yesterday likely to be in the next team of the century?
Ben Cunnington would be maybe out of that team.
Right.
I thought he was good, actually. We didn't touch on him.
Wouldn't have thought he'd squeeze anyone out of the team.
would have thought.
No, the next team is what?
Right.
Not the current.
A defeat of 128 is probably unlikely.
Duck just threw in a little drive-by question. Who's the captain of that team?
Give Josh Bruce a chance to take a big hang-up. But McRae zeroed in.
That is, someone's got to be captain.
Toss of the coin out in the middle. Trent Cotchin and Josh Kennedy. Not a lot of wind here at the Coliseum, so it's not really going to matter. But Kennedy won by Cotchin, electing to kick to the city end for the Tags.
So, all right, we're ready to go. Beautiful conditions. Crowd, they're just not coming at the moment. It's just a little bit too hard for them to get themselves organised. Reasonable crowd here, having said that today. But
over 40, BT, you're the crowd expert.
Yeah, about that, 30 to 40. But just speaking generally of all games across the whole...
Why is that, Brian? Is it digital
There's a number of things. Digital tickets. There's not wanting to come via public transport just yet. Not deemed safe, even though it is. No one's got COVID. No one's had COVID for 100 days.
Exactly.
There's no COVID left. It's all gone. But still, we're a little bit picky with things, and we can only have 75% of crowds filled into G. All this sort of thing. Don't get your normal seat. I don't know, Jay, but there's been no COVID here for 100 days.
No, I'm with you.
It's just ridiculous that we're going on. It's all political box ticking.
Yep.
Tick boxing.
You've come here fired up today.
I have. I'm that excited about what's going to happen about half an hour after I finish on air that you wouldn't believe it.
Hello, Brian's got something ticking away.
Yes, I'm that excited, and I'm
ticking away.
Probably going to get them a plug or two today.
Any keywords dropped yet, Brian?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wow, that's all.
Oh.
All right, we are set to go, MCG style. Tigers in the traditional strip, which I love, by the way. Bernard, one of my favourite. When the Tigers are in the black shorts and the black jumper. I think it looks brilliant.
Yeah, good look.
And they're up against the Swans, who are emerging. Here we go, Bristol. Get us underway, the number one caller.
Umpire Daniel Johansson ready to go. MCG, a buzz. Two really good teams, you know. One is great, another one is building. And they want to flex their muscles against the best in the business and see where they're placed right now. Nan Curvis to do the ruck work against Hickey. Wins it, but only as far as Parker. Round the body, Papley running the same direction. Let it go for Reid. That's been kind, if you know what I mean. Warner, little one to Martin. Got pushed forward in the tackle by Parker. No free kicks, says the umpire. All of it's at centre-half forward here at the moment for the Swans. Comes out to Broad. Broad goes wide, and Castagna marks at half-back.
Plays on, you heard it. Runs to the wing, thumping forward handball. Baker sticks it to half forward. And it's Lynch getting on the end of it, long way from home. Runs to 50, thumps a beautiful big long ball, misses to the left. A behind to start the scoring for the Tigers.
Not sure whether that was a tactic off half back then, Bernie, but did you notice, I'm not sure who it was that won that footy, but he ran to the side and the umpire said stand.
Yeah.
Then he was able to run straight past him. He had a good 10-15 metre gap.
Long ball down the middle, little nose out there, comes to Lambert. Beautiful handball to Prestia. The human meatball got one in the back and will get the free kick here. Now he's 60 metres out, Dion Prestia. Way out of Assumption College, Gilmore. One of the more prominent football colleges in Australia.
AGS.
Oh, don't you start this.
AGS, Bristol.
Prestia kicks to the top of the square. Good ball. And Bolton was making good progress. Little one there. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. High ball. Sydney now under enormous pressure here. Got plenty of defenders hanging around the footy. Eventually it's cleared out there by Dawson. Goes out very wide. Flying there, an opportunity for Bolton to come through. Squirted the handball to Baker. Baker short ball, Nankervis marks centre forward. 55 metres out, Nankervis. Thought about the handball. Demanding it is short. Reid's got him covered. Nankervis, the low skirting ball to the attacking 50 through the hands of Rewalt, and another minor score. So 2 behinds for the Tigers, nothing yet for the Swans on the IGA Liquor scoreboard.
Oh, Bolter Burn for me, one of the great stories.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Just phenomenal.
Got his opportunity with Alex Rance retiring, but it's just picked up for where he left it off.
33rd game. He looks like he's played 200. Jay-Z to you.
Luke Parker started on Dustin Martin and handed over to George Hewitt when he went forward.
Hickey not able to latch onto it. Lambert a rare fumble. Mills dropped it into the middle. Hewitt couldn't hang on. Good hard ball won by Warner. And now it's on the wing. And they can flick the handball around here and end up with short. Goes to Big Nank. Dusty with his first touch. Shoveled it to McIntosh. And he goes into the pocket, but it's all Sydney back there. This is the young boy Golden. One of those ones you were talking about, Brian. Yep. They love him.
Yep. And this is Wicks. So Wicks has got it on the wing, JB. Golden has probably been the pick of them. Little handball sideways here. Cunningham, the running player, kicks it long and deep from McLean, and it was knocked away from him. And Bolter, I think, was the defender there. And hasn't he become a really important player for the Tigers in defence? A running, big, sort of half-backish. Can do most jobs. Throw in, Nankervis in front, knocks it forward. Parker, pirouette, got the handball to Papley.
Papa.
Bit of foot action, little left foot snapper, had too much on it. I noticed Papa this year is giving the handball a lot more than he has in previous years and setting up as well.
Not
the first key word is Yarra.
Not happy with it, Brian. Papa. He wants just to kick the goals. Short to bring it in.
Stay behind. Wow.
And he thumps a straight down the middle ball, but it's going to be marked by Dawson. Uncontested style, half forward. Gets it to Golden.
Have it back there, please, Jack. Stay in 2 minutes.
And he's kicking a half from home. Goes with the left football, top of the square. Big Nank gets back. Broken up in the air by McLean. And rushed through by Broad. 2 behinds apiece.
Become a really important player across half-back for Sydney, Dawson. He takes a lot of intercept marks and really propels them off half-back.
Short, Sneaky little kick wide to Bolter, who was about to unload, then went the handball wide to Asprey, who fumbled and fiddled and pointed down the ground as if to say, sorry, mate, but he's been pinged for deliberate here. Rightly so, Parker, squaring ball, finds an opportunity with Warner. Warner gives it off here. The running Dawson goes inside 50. Baker over the head. Hollywood handball into the goal square, if you don't mind. Nankervis, the ruckman, had to pick it up off his toes. Short hemmed in against the boundary line. The pressure from Sydney is good here at the moment. Dawson with the knockback goes other line and out of bounds. So they lock it in their forward end here, Sydney.
Yeah, it's a good point you make about Dawson, Bernie. He's a good ball user as well. So they like the ball in his hands.
Liam Baker, what you don't do is handball to your ruckman, 3v1 in the goal square.
Yeah, they should never actually get a handball received, ruckman. That's just not going to work. Revolt, handball it straight to Hickey. So there's a handball receive. And he turns, that's wide.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He just kicks it straight to the opposition.
Exhibit A.
Keep him out of the chains.
Nath Broad, across the ground. Baker, a little fumble, off to Short, and he goes short. Finds Camden McIntosh.
The boy out of Pinjarra in Western Australia. Kicks from half back to half forward. Good looking ball marked by Lynch. Lynch a long way from home. Sends it long and deep to a one-on-one battle there with Martin. And Hewitt it was. Ball knocked towards the boundary line. Kept in play here. Back to Hewitt and Martin. Martin, clever little flick to Lambert. Back to Martin. His kick was smothered off the boot there by Rampy. Got the little handball in there to Warner. Warner now a squirting ball to the wing under pressure. Turned it over. And the mark is taken by Asprey.
Yep. Stung by a stingray, and then drove his own car to the Epworth and nearly crashed.
Who did?
Asprey.
Did he?
Yep. It basically paralysed his foot while it was on the accelerator.
Oh, no.
Bolter had to go back to Broad, and he was hemmed in, but did well to get boot to ball, actually. And Caddy tracks it over, Jay-Z.
Noah Bolter, fellas, you mentioned him. He said at a function on Tuesday night that his eyesight is so poor he can't tell which of his teammates is kicking him the footy. He needs laser eye surgery. He can't see the man.
Oh, come on. Hard enough game to play without being able to see.
So how's he out there?
Warner, high ball forward. Grimes in from the side. McLean was there as well. Prestia, wrapped up in the Heaney tackle.
I can't get over that.
It's an interesting point.
So Bolter's legally blind.
There you can't see.
So he can't see it. He hasn't had the glasses done. He's just going to wait a few more years till his footy's finished. Is that right, JC?
That's correct, Brian. He can't read the lettering on the ball from 10 metres away.
No, come on. He would have had them done by now.
Sure.
He wouldn't be still out there playing blind. Florent, JC, always looking to put a little bit of money there. He might have just dropped off to a 1+ class. Short. Comes wide. McIntosh lived out near the racetrack at Pinjarra Races, famous race circuit. Plenty of
Not
good day
that
had there. Castagna marching centre wing, southern stand side.
Goes to half forward, missed the target.
By the way, Bolter leads the club for intercept marks. But he can't see.
He can't see.
Just sees the outline of the ball, something.
Dawson flicked the handball back for Cunningham. It was a little fierce. Short came in. Kennedy won a really tough ball and then pulled it around for McLean, who had a little fumble. It comes to Golden. And he kicks directly into the man in front of him, Baker, who's a tiny little man. Handball off to Egmalesi Smith. And he'll get a free kick for a push.
Yep. Umpires awarded the free. And he takes a little time, Egmalese, to Smith to release the foot. He does sideways to Asprey.
See Martin's taken Hewitt right to the goal square, boys, so he's trying to play him deep. We've seen, got a little bit of a taste on a one-on-one. Hewitt held his own.
Watch Bolter out there's wandering around aimlessly. You can't tell which end he's at.
He's run into the post.
Little handball came out the back door to Egmalese Smith. Run away here is Warner. Warner linking handball over the top, and here they go. Past Bolter, who's wandering aimlessly again. Little handball comes and kick comes to McLean. He's 55 metres out, punt road end. Papley's on the lead. Horrible little kick, had to duck back the Papa. Here's Grimes, got the running handball. Caddy, they're away here. Arts on the wing.
Can just nudge one forward to Lambert, but Hickey read it nicely. Came off his man, got it to half forward. Florent goes inside 50. Nice ball. Here he is. Logan McDonald
Well done, Tom Hickey.
Oh, yeah. Left his man out the back. It was Rewalt, who was just going to be the next number in that chain. Would have been a shot on goal or a kick to Martin in forward line, but he left his man and just read it beautifully, Duck.
He really did, didn't he? And then more important than the mark was the execution of the kick.
So this man who Jay-Z was all over, given he's a Perth boy, got great Perth connections, knows all about Logan McDonald. Taken 4 overall in the draft. So much hype around him.
Nice.
Just misses to the right-hand side. So Sydney lead it by a point, 3 points to 2.
Short. Goes short. And Richmond away. Broad gave McIntosh a bit of a task. That ended in the waiting arms of Dawson. Got the little lamb over the top. Wicks, and it'll come back to Dawson. So Dawson at half forward here for Sydney. Sydney doing all right. Not a lot of scoring happening in this game. No goals as yet. Kicks in there towards Reid. It was punched away from him. Parker knocks it back towards Papley. Gathered the ball. Got one high. Got one high.
And then a head rub.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Got one high. And I think it was Graham that got him.
His head was massaged into the turf bristle.
Yep.
Papa?
Papa's getting up, and Graham's saying, have a look at it. I didn't do a thing to him, but you're saying there was a professional head rub?
Yeah, I liked it.
Just having a look at the Harvey Norman replay screen. Wrong angle.
I just see Bolter's come onto the bench. He's just doing an eye check test down there with the charts. He can't read the bottom line or the top line.
Only goes at 55% for set shots, does Papa.
Papley from 45 metres out punt road end. You heard the conversion rate. That's good. Got it. Sydney get the first goal. 1-3-9. Tigers 2 behind from the Identica scoreboard.
It's all off the back of pressure, and now we talk about Richmond's pressure, and it's a system they use, no individuals, but the AFL average at the moment is 175. Richmond going at 168. Sydney at 217, Duck. So it's all about that pressure around the footy, forcing Richmond to dump it forward and then winning the ball back and propelling into their forward 50.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. Dawson, number 1 ranked player for the Swans. He's had 7 disposals, but he's had 3 inside 50s and 4 intercept possessions as well.
Jose Clark.
Dion Prestia, fellas, has just gone down to the race, put his hand in a bucket of water just before he went down, and now Daniel Rioli is warming up for the Tigers, so it could be an early injury blow for Richmond. Dion Prestia had hamstring trouble in the pre-season, was unclear what his issue was, but it could be a finger thing. We'll check.
Little meat. Can't have him out of the game this early, Bristol.
No, the finger, it's in ice.
Back in the middle. Hickey just parked underneath it. Got it down to Kennedy, and then Mills spending more time in the middle. Drives it to half forward. Heaney went back with the flight, couldn't hang on. Wicks getting involved as well. Footy spending a lot of time in the Swans forward half at the moment. Caddy back to Short. Just a tumbler down the line. One-on-ones down here. Kennedy there with Martin. Kennedy taking in a strong tackle. Got it off to Rampy. To Mills. Back to Rampy. And Rampy goes to half forward with a big long ball. Golden out the back. In fact, it was Wicks. And he's got it just outside 50. Dumps it to Reid inside 50.
Speak about ball in forward half, Jim. 63% of ball being in Sydney's half this quarter to just 36 Richmond.
Lot to like about the Swans early at the Triple MCG, which is looking magnificent, by the way. Sam Reid, 162 goals from his 155 games. Set shot didn't look good at all. Missed a lot. Horrible.
No, the Reids haven't been great set shotters over their careers. Ash, I'm maybe just thinking this, but Reid seems to have put a few games together between this year and last year. Had a lot of injuries previous to that and was always interrupted.
Yeah, you're spot on, BT. He only played 1 game in 2018, missed the entire 2016 season and played 80% of the games last year.
Thank you, Ash. You're always over the top of things here, Ash. Opportunity for Rewald, who's come almost to half back. Little left foot kick around the corner to half forward. Gathered by Castagna. He kicks a high ball, one-on-one, genuine one-on-one with Lynch here. Turned his man McCartan around a little bit. Neither of them could get hold of the footy. Hewitt's there. It's a 3-on-2 Sydney's way. Picked up on the end by Blakey. Little kick was a fortuitous one, lands with Wicks.
He can go to Reid. Marlon Pickett closes him down. Numbers around this footy now. Pickett did brilliantly well. Got it to Graham. Then Cochin. Cochin trying to draw a handball. Wicks wasn't buying it. Sticks it across the face to Caddy. He's at half forward. Inside 50. 2v1. Swans all over it. Hewitt to Reed. Parker. Now they're away. Wicks gets run down. Just got his kick away to half forward. Here's little Papa. Nothing ahead of him. So he handballs back to Lloyd. And Lloyd coughs it up to Parker. Absorbed the tackle. Reefed into the ground. Asprey to short, but it's all under extreme pressure. The body heat being applied by the Swans is good. Hewitt came through, went without the footy. Lloyd slapped it ahead, only as far as Asprey.
Yeah, and the Tigers really battling here at centre back. Caddy was able to get through a bit of congestion, kick out wide once again here to Lambert. Lambert couldn't quite get there. Ooh. He and Edwards had a bit of a mess up in communication, so the ball spills here to Dawson. Dawson, a neat little needler, finds an opportunity with Golden. Right on the wing, goes slightly backwards. Blakey now marks on the footy. Oh, what a feeling sign there. Short ball, and they work it forward to Lloyd. Lloyd in the shade of the stand on the northern side of the ground, and I see the runner taking a vision impairment cane out to Bolter, and he's going to be requiring that as Lloyd goes long and deep. Nankervis got back to cut it off and takes the mark.
Big Nank
does that well. One of the ruckmen in this comp that gets behind the play and takes a strong mark.
He thought about going on the 45 and then realised he's a ruckman and didn't do it. Lloyd. Handball off to Hewitt. All the way back. Rampy. And his squaring ball works to Campbell. Just threaded it through. Kennedy. Long ball. Out comes McLean. He
looked like Mike Pike. He looked like Mike Pike.
He didn't even bother bending over the big man.
Oh, boy.
He just stuck a shoe into it.
Oh, God, I've never seen more Mike Pike-like action in my life.
From all reports, Brendan Favola used to do that at training, Duck. If the ball wasn't there where he could take it, he'd just boot it away and say, "No, I like him up there, around there."
So Heaney has ended up with a free kick, but I'm not really sure why. He was dispossessed.
Maybe high, but if it was, they got it wrong.
Well, this young man reminds me a lot of myself. Bernard, tough,
good looking,
incredible arrogance,
world at his feet,
good surfer.
Isaac Heaney hits the post 3/4 of the way up. They've had their opportunities in this game, Sydney, early.
Yeah, what are the inside 50s, two man?
Absolute smashing. 13-6 Sydney's way.
Is that a dog next to Bolter? I think it is. There's a dog on. It's a guide dog. Bolter now, little inside ball, finds Broad. He's able to play on, so they've got it to half back and wing fairly easily. And I look at how many Lynch has got to beat. There's 5 of them there. There were 5 Sydney players against 1 Richmond player. Reed wins it. Short kick finds Parker. And Parker on true wing, but close to the centre square. Looking for something in the middle, nothing there. Tigers have got that blocked up now. There is, as it opens it up to Florent. Florent goes backwards looking for the run of Cunningham. Cunningham off half back to the wing, gets a good piece of this and goes out wide and finds an opportunity with Rampy. So Rampy on centre wing, southern stand side of the ground.
Swans all over the Tigers early. Dane Rampy to half forward. Heaney just got underneath the footy. And it's thumped away from McLean. He's got a heap of Mike Pike about him, Bristol. I'm with you.
Yes.
Real stiff body.
A refusal to bend at all.
Did not want to bend at all.
He's above the hips player.
Yep, that's it.
Interesting stat, boys. 14-6 inside 50s, but Richmond are out scoring in that area in the first 2 rounds by 24 per game.
Mike Pike was a Canadian Mountie and played footy like that.
I think we may have found a new one, JP. Yep.
Brought out wide. Handball over the top. Graham, now they're on the run. Caddy gets it. Over the top, he's got Jack out the back. Jack Revolt, the ball wouldn't bounce for him. Picked up now by Castagna, runs a bit of an edge. And the snap goes straight across the face and out of bounds on the full.
And a few of the Tigers players having a look at Castagna.
Well done to what, he had a couple of options, didn't he? He went for the goal, but what I loved about Sydney, their ability to leave their opponent, get across and support. They left Rewald out the back.
Yeah. Jay-Z, will Bolter be okay, do you think, with his eyes?
These are his words, Brian, not mine. Have you seen the size of the glasses he wears off the field?
Coke bottle.
Let's hope just keep an eye on him at the quarter-time break. Jay-Z. Here's Florent.
Move it on. Play on.
Back half.
He might go to the wrong huddle.
That's wide. Hickey. High footy. Here's McLean over the back.
have a
Went
look
for
at
the
it.
mark and went straight through the Dukes. So the legs didn't work and the Dukes haven't either. An opportunity. I wonder whether he can mark on his chest. Here's an opportunity for Edwards. Squeezed the little handball. It's a difficult one for Graham. Almost had his legs taken. Desperate Parker knocked it to Florent.
Nowhere to go.
Nothing forward.
Yep, exactly. Had to back. Got the handball over the top to Florent. Short ball. Finds an opportunity now with, I think it could be Warner. There's a lot of little blondes out there at the moment for Sydney, JB.
Have we seen a sub with Richmond, JC Clark?
We have. It's Prestia out. Huge blow for the Tigers. Daniel Rioli preparing to come on. Checking with the Richmond now. The problem is it wasn't obvious when he went down the race.
So do you definitely think it's hand and not hamstring?
Oh, we're checking now, but he wasn't limping. So whether it is a finger issue, we'll keep checking with the Tigers.
McInerney, long ball forward. Logan parked under it, just got through his hands. Broad at the back. And he retreats all the way back to Caddy in the back pocket. Punt road end.
Back to the 9. Stand.
1-4-10 Sydney, 2 behinds only Richmond. And that's dangerous. Turned over. Logan went and found it. Gave it to Reed. And he has hit the post. So 1-5-11
Two
to
posters.
2 points.
That's 2 posters for Sydney.
Just the pressure around the footy.
And the one,
it's immense.
and as we know, when you're playing against Richmond, you just have to kick those goals. You have to put scoreboard pressure on them.
Swans are forcing the turnovers in the right spots, yeah.
Yep. Just not putting them through the big sticks.
Short to McIntosh in the shade of the Richmond bench. He wheels and goes and unloads a long ball. That's his go, long kicking. Lynch couldn't mark it. Front centre, Dusty, smooth. Picked it up on the second go. Little right foot kick around the corner to Lynch, who had a bit of trouble on the half volley collecting it. McCartan spun out of the pack. Got the handball to Hewitt and back to McCartan. Neat little ball to Florent by foot. And Sydney looking and playing well.
This is what they're doing this very well. When they're under pressure in their D50, Sydney, they're finding a mark early and it's just releasing all that pressure for them.
Lloyd. Parker.
Stand.
Halfback.
One.
Great southern stand side of the G. Beautiful ball to Golden. Just dropped it in the hole.
Hickey on his own, boys.
Golden on the left, long ball, and here he is, the big ruckman. Takes it 45 from home. He's got Blakey running on. He's got shoulders like one of those old Newbury Excalibur bats. And the sloping shoulders. Didn't matter what sort of bat you used, facing the shit you used to bowl, Jay-Z.
15 gone.
Bell parked those leg spinners. Help yourself.
Heard you cut the square edges off the top of yours, JB. Did stop those edges?
No, they still flew.
Darren Lehman used an Excalibur already.
Here we go with Hickey for the set shot. They just got to convert here, the Swans. And he does. Well done to the big man. Tommy Hickey got his first and the Swans second, and they are enjoying themselves at the G. 2-5-17 to 2 points Richmond. Triple M IJ Liquor scoreboard.
He's been good, Hickey. The fact that he's got back, helped out his defence on a couple of occasions, and then obviously slotted that one through. If you can get one out of your ruckman, I reckon that's huge. So he's got one early.
Yeah, he predicted it, didn't he? Sydney won the ball off in the back line, as we said. Now what they're doing, they're finding a mark really early, and then they're resetting from that. They're releasing the pressure and then resetting, and he just read the play. He come down this open side, the ball went down the outer side in front of the great southern stand, and he just wandered forward and no one went with him. And then when I think it was Goulden turned around and he was all on his own.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. So Richmond clearly number one from scores from turnovers past 4 seasons. At the moment, Sydney have posted 2-4-16. Tigers just the 2 behinds.
Salter's gone to the bench, just reading his messages in Braille down there at the moment. Back in the middle we go.
Looks lost.
Yep, bad bounce by the umpire, Jeff Dalglish. We'll throw it up again, so Richmond under some pressure here. 23 minutes have ticked over in the first, haven't kicked a goal. Sydney have got a couple. Let's see how they respond. Not very often this has happened to the Tigers. Beautiful knock by Hickey to Florent. Florent immediately goes inside 50. Reed almost got a knock. The back into play knock was from McDonald. Logan McDonald of Sydney, that was. Little ricochet ball there to Pickett. His handball was also deflected. Papley went and got it, had the handball out the back door. Tigers battling again. Look at the pressure Sydney are applying. Little handball came out eventually to McInerney. He got met solidly. Plenty of Tigers around it. Caddy cleans it up and gives it to Bolter.
Thumping handball from Bolter to McIntosh out wide. Dropped it over the top to Rioli, the medical sub who's on. Jack Revolt's got a heap of space. Has a bounce at half forward. Long ball inside 50.
Oh.
And it's no good. Out of bounds on the full.
He had Dusty Martin as well, inside forward 50, and he had a fair bit of space in front of him. Decided to go to the longer option and miss kick.
Just got to kick it to him there. What Sydney did is they rolled up, like we said they're doing so well, but they rolled up and left players out. They should have converted there, Richmond.
Shortish quarter, JB, with just over a minute remaining.
Turnover into the hands of Edwards, and off a step he makes the Swans pay. Unbelievably good footballer, Shane Edwards, and he kicks the first for the Tigers. They are 1-2-8, Sydney 2-5-17.
We talk about a goal against play. It's Sydney have had everything going their way. They come down. I know they kicked the last goal, but wasted a lot of opportunities going forward. Hit the post twice, and that's what good teams do. When they get a little sniff or a little opportunity, they hurt you on the scoreboard, Duck, and that's a good example of that.
You're right, and that's why when you have those easy set shots that Sydney have had and a couple of snaps that they've had in this quarter, you just got to make them pay, because you know that they will come at some point. And Richmond, we talked about Richmond's pressure too, man. What is it at the moment? It was a little bit low, obviously, at the start of the quarter, but we know that they will sustain it and it will build over the whole game.
Prestia, I think, has done the hamstring, Jay-Z, sitting on an ice pack on that right hamstring. Was it the right one that he missed the early part of the season with?
I think so, BT. I'll check. He did come back for round one, but that's a huge blow for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a 4-weeker for him, for a man with history of hammies. So that's not great news for Dion Prestia, unless it's more precaution than anything.
It looked high bristle too. It did almost buttock style hammy.
It did indeed. McIntosh is going well so far, Ash.
Yeah, McIntosh for Triple M Red Z, 6 touches.
EC, Caddy, Marks half forward. Caddy now, little neat kick over the top, looking for Edwards again, and he stretches to Mark under some discomfort from Mills, and he'll line up 50 metres out on a 45 angle, Edwards.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, but I thought Caddy actually popped that up too much, Duck. He had 2 options. All he had to do was punch it with the man on the mark not being able to move, but he sort of got under it and gave Sydney an opportunity to spoil that. But this becomes a really big goal now, because Sydney should really be up by 4 goals, and if kick this, they go in with a 3-point lead.
All right, 10 seconds left in this quarter. Edwards, right on the siren, basically sprays it right, and another minor score. So 1-3-9 the Tigers at quarter time. Sydney really serving it up to them. 2-5-17. Good quarter of football for Sydney. Richmond in real trouble. Prestia, hamstring. Noah Bolter, can't see. From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Football.
That quarter for AGA Liquor. Proudly local, proudly independent.
For McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks Footy.
Footy's back and I'm loving it.
Hard Yakka for a new breed of legends.
Oh, it's on, it's tough, it's rough.
Triple M Rocks Footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
Triple M is now the home of Marty Sheargold.
Swan pass alert for all of the heavy fellas.
The Marty Sheargold Show.
What is always interesting, and it's another win for the ladies, because, you know, the ladies do love banging on about how tough it can be at different times. Don't they, Loz? The ladies love a bit of a carry-on. That's been my experience.
Says the most hysterical man I've ever met.
The Marty Sheargold Show returns Monday, April 19.
Oh, that is so good.
Catch up with the podcast from the Listener app.
With our best ever loose change menu, a little goes a long way at Macca's. Grab a McFlurry for just $2, a hamburger for $2, or 10-piece chicken McBites for $3. Available 10:30am to midnight for a limited time. Excludes McDelivery. Hitting the road for Easter? At Coles Express, we're open every day over the Easter weekend. Grab your road trip essentials like snacks, drinks, and even a free Great Aussie Road Trip activity booklet for the kids.
Express yourself.
At Coles Express. Selected stores closed. See website for details.
At Pepper Money, we specialise in home loan options. In real life, people want to refinance for all sorts of reasons. To invest, consolidate debt, renovate, pay tax. But some lenders can be inflexible. At Pepper Money, we take a fresh approach to lending. And if we could find a way to help, we will. If you're looking for home loan options, why not call today? Talk to your broker or talk to us. Pepper Money, real life loan options. Australian credit licence 286655.
Nail your budget with 20% off site-wide at tradelink.com.au and free shipping all Easter long weekend. Get taps, toilets, sinks, vanities, all up to 20% off. It's last days on our Easter renovation sale. Don't be a bunny, hop online now. T's and C's apply.
To celebrate 2021,
Thirsty Camel is giving one lucky shopper $21,000, which could buy you 6 racing camels, 15% of a Ferrari, or whatever you like. Just purchase any participating product, including Corona, Heineken, or Yellow Glen Pink or Yellow and Yellow 65 Sparkling for your chance to win. Find your local bottle shop at thirstycamel.com.au. Permit number SAT 21/81. T's and C's apply. Hydrate responsibly.
Autobarn has got lots of new toys for Easter fun. Feel the power of a Viking Force pressure washer as you blast away dirt from just $69.99. And save on your car's wash and wax with 30% off Bowden's own car care range. Only at Autobarn. Conditions apply.
When there's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to book a half-off flight, you don't go on a half-hearted holiday. You go for a full-on snorkel. Find a full-on rainforest or see some full-on views. And always find time for a full-on bite to eat. So come on Australia. With half-off select flights, plan your full-on holiday at australia.com. Book with your airline or travel agent of choice before tickets sell out. Terms and conditions apply.
Hard yakka for a new breed of legends.
Oh, it's on, it's tough, it's rough.
Triple M rocks footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
Shut up, the footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade. There to support Sparkies with 7:30am opening hours, trade prices and free delivery from over 100 Beacon lighting stores.
Quarter time at the MCG for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Football, IGA Liquor Scoreboard, Sydney by 8 points over the Tigers, 2-5-17, Richmond 1-3-9. Ash, the Red Z lending stats, please.
Richmond only conceding 22 inside 50s in a half this year. They've already conceded 17. It's 17-11 Sydney's way, BT.
Jay-Z downstairs for Bob Jane T. Marts.
Yeah, Dion Prestia already done for the day with a hamstring problem. He suffered 2 hamstring issues in 2018 and another one again on the pre-season. He came back from round 1. Just saw Jack Rewalt come up to him then out in the middle of the ground and put his arm around him. It's a big blow for Dion Prestia. And as you say, BT, it's a reoccurrence. That normally means you miss an extra week, so it could be 4 weeks on the sidelines for Dion Prestia.
And let's hope that Bolter's eyes come good.
That's what he said, Brian. He said he struggles to see. He needs the laser eye surgery. When his teammate kicks to him from 30 or 40 metres away, he's got no idea who it is.
By the way, a couple of key words, Yarra and EC. And now we go to Seabus Super Special Comments, delivering consistent long-term returns for members. Seabus for all of us. Here's Duck and also Bernie.
Yeah,
at least one of them.
Well, yes. I thought you were throwing to Duck there. But a lot of feedback for you too, BT, surrounding the guide dog on the field and Noah Bolter's eye.
Necessary.
Quite humorous for the punters out there. But it's just been the pressure around the footy. Richmond are receiving a dose of their own medicine. Their pressure around the footy, their willingness to leave their own man up the field, Duck, and affect the contest in front of them. They just continually do it. Got it wrong a couple of times, but it hasn't hurt them. They just keep coming off, and their relentless attack. And I just love what I'm seeing here from this young group. It looks like a young group.
CMI Hino, Melbourne's home of Hino Truck.
Just have to finish off their good work up the field. I mean, they should be, as you said, another couple of goals in front. But what we do know of the Tigers, this is why they've won 3 flags over the last 4 years. They will keep coming. They will lift their pressure. At times, Sydney did overuse the footy a little bit through the middle of the ground. We know if you do that, when Richmond's pressure is at its highest, they will take the ball off you and they will make you pay.
Katie Brennan sitting down in front of us, AFLW fame, of course, for the Tigers, supporting the gents here today in this big game, JB.
Isaac Heaney, please, Ash.
Isaac Heaney, JB, only 1 possession, 1 behind.
Bernard, he is a midfield.
Move him up the ground, JB, I agree.
Wasted where he is. He's spent his whole youth in contested ball situations back in the middle to start this second term. Hickey jumps into Big Nank. Mills was good, got it to Kennedy. Now Warner. High ball forward, Reed's parked underneath it. Baker came in from the side. Here's little Papa, lurking out the back. Giving away too many handballs and he's lost his whole mojo on the back of it. Grimes off a step, kicks it to a dangerous place, and Dawson took a really nice mark.
Oh, he's got a bloke in the middle.
Oh, he's on his own.
He just sits it, dumps it into the waiting arms of Sammy Wicks.
I didn't know who it was.
Well, 35 out, not much angle.
I knew he had plenty of space, but Wicks just had and this is what we're finding. This is what we're finding. If you get the ball in there quickly, a lot of forwards are finding a lot of space because defenders are guarding space, not men.
You mentioned that pre-game, Duck.
Yes.
Wicks to kick the Swans third to the City end. Oh, no. That looked poxy right off the boot.
And another let-off for the Tigers.
Are you saying that perhaps the game has changed and it's
It has.
man-up attitude?
Well, you've got to be closer to your opponent.
All right, back into play here. Grimes works it into Short, who's getting a lot of work, and his left foot kick under pressure is out of bounds on the full, just on where the 50-metre line intersects the boundary line. In fact, the umpire's pulled him back 10 metres, so he's 40 metres out. Now, this is McLean, who we're a little worried about in terms of being able to, walk. But here he is lining up. He's got not the normal run-up. He's in the drip tray. Perimeter piping there. Have a look at it.
How will Bolter go on the mark here?
Yes,
he's
just putting hands up, and hopefully he'll make contact with the footy there. I believe he requested a bell in the ball at quarter time. There's an opportunity now at ground level, picked up by Grimes, shot out the little handball there. In there was Edwards, knocked away by Hickey. No real winner here at the moment. Ball ricocheting around for 15, comes to Warner. Warner has a snapper shot, got it. Warner kicks another one. They got 3, Sydney, outplaying the Tigers at the moment. 3-6-24 to the Tigers, 139 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Something we don't normally see from Richmond. We know they're such a good unit, but Clanger's out of the defensive 50. The Tigers have had 6 of those.
Yep.
Don't normally see that.
And it's all due to the forward 50 pressure that the Sydney Smalls are putting on. And, we speak about Wicks, who had a shot on goal before, Papley, Isaac Heaney. It's just tackle pressure and perceived. When the pressure isn't there, it's the perceived pressure, Duck. And we see another mistake kick out on the full there.
Beacon Trade scoreboard supporting Sparkies. 7:30 a.m. opening hours. Trade prices, free delivery from over 100 Beacon lighting stores, Ash.
Yeah, and those tackles in the forward half, 7 zip Sydney's way. Intercept possessions in the forward half, 13-4 the Swans' way.
3-6 plays 1-9. Swans all over the reigning premier. Hickey, Nankervis, Edwards went without it and then gave it beautifully to Martin, who just wobbles one to half forward, and Lloyd read it better in the air, just couldn't hang on to the footy. Rioli missed by hand. Dawson, that's holding the ball. Dan Rioli, the medical sub, on because we've seen the last of the little meatball for a while. Dion Prestia. Outside 50, Rioli. Had Revolt wide open, didn't go there. Kicks it instead, looking for Bolton. Couldn't hang on. Now Lambert, outside of the boot, misses.
Have they locked it much in their forward end at all, the Tigers, for lengths of time? It seems to be coming straight out.
Yeah, Sydney have dominated ball in their half, haven't they, 2 men?
Yeah, 63% they are.
And that's a high number, Ash.
Certainly is, BT.
Well, it's 63, Ash. Here's Dawson from fullback. He will kick out and go straight down the middle with a ripper to Reid, and Reid was able to shake off Grimes and takes the mark just forward of the centre circle. MCG bathed in sunshine, a little bit of shade creeping over from the north side. Reid now goes out very wide to Hickey. Hickey takes the mark, dangerous. Neat little ball to Papley, led up beautifully in front of Short, and it's marked 65 from home. The Papa wanted to leave Sydney last year. Forced to stay, no deal could be done. Papley goes, this time looking for Heaney, who's been quiet in this game so far, Ash. Kept it alive here now. Little opportunity for Baker. Goes along the ground with a ripper. Bad bounce in the end for Rioli. Picked up by Blakey. Blakey's handball to himself, actually. Went and got it again. Then the left foot kick back inside. Heaney didn't want to know about it. Little one there for Papley. Got the handball away while pirouetting in midair. And now we'll have a stack on and ball up inside 50 for Sydney.
Just a 1 possession for Isaac Heaney to date.
Errol Golden, NAB Rising Star nominee, wrapped up. But it's living in the forward half for the Swans. This ball, Papley went without it. Short tried to go off the ground. Papa got it back and then got slammed into the turf. Pole driven.
I think it was Lambert, Jim, just threw him down. I don't know whether he thought he had the ball or what. I think the Papa might have put a little bit of mayo on it.
He can spread mayo, Pat.
This is what we do love, Jim, though. We love his excitement. We love when he kicks a goal. So put it through, please.
All right. Just looking at a Harvey Norman replay screen there, JB. He definitely put a bit on it.
Swinging ball from Papley is good. That's what he does well. Got there fourth. Boyle over early. at the G here. 4-6-30 Sydney, 1-4-10 Richmond. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
JB, what's the camera doing out on the ground?
Yeah, it's the new one they're bringing in only after a goal. It's got like a sepia, almost like a portrait.
They do it in they did it in the NFL this year in America.
So you're allowed to
policy. He can even track their arrival on his phone. Does your insurer help?
This games that work well. The pitches are great. There they are now. I know the people at home can't see this, but we are seeing them on the Harvey Norman screen. And they are good pitches, but only after goals.
Nice.
Speak about Sydney's dominance in the forward half. Sydney 17 uncontested marks in the forward half to Richmond's 6.
I didn't see any of those cameras yesterday.
No,
we had them.
We had them
had them round 1 and 2, I think. Yeah, it's good.
And we got bored with them.
Flicked them.
I think that's Fred Hollows down there on the boundary, just checking out the eyes.
Yes.
Noah Bolter down there. A little handball there comes over the top to Martin. Been quiet today, Martin, hasn't he?
Only 4 touches.
Yes, short got net high, and we'll get the free at centre half back.
Flown Fred Hollows in from Vietnam. Or
yes. Hello to Fred, and fantastic work. But he's doing restoring, and he's got a 2100 case here rather than a 2020 vision. He's Coke bottle style, out wide, and finds an opportunity now with Egmalise Smith, who's marked on half back. So Richmond are they trying to draw the guts out of this game and just slow it right down and stop Sydney's run here at the moment. McCartan, who's looked so comfortable since going back in the 3 games so far. Long handball out wide. Comes to Caddy. Neat little ball by Caddy to Lambert, but he's a long way from home. Now Lambert, a centering sideways slider. Finds an opportunity here with Short.
Play on.
Short runs and goes. Pounds the ball to the punt road 50. Lynch arriving late. McCartan did well in front. Play on calls the umpire. Bolton was there. He appealed for the free, and it's been kicked out of bounds on the full by Sydney. Might have been Mills or Campbell. Campbell it was, I reckon, JB.
Yep, got it. So it's going to be Caddy to bring it back in. And then he can have a long range outside of the boot banana go at this if he wants. He'll kick it from about 45, but outside of the playing arena. The Sheed pocket, and he's got that coming back. Just took a bit of the post. And behind Jay-Z.
The Richmond captain Trent Cotchin deep in conversation with Damien Hardwick down on the bench. Been on the pine for about 5 minutes. Very quiet start to the day for the skipper. Just the 3 possessions.
All right. And focus on the Swans and how well they've started this game. Goes long looking for McDonald. Got taken under the footy by Baker. Here's Big Nank. Got the handball back to Marlon Pickett, who was wrapped up. And Curvis now taken over. And we'll have a boundary throw in front of the interchange.
We look at the Tiggy Touchwood free kicks that the forwards have been getting lately. How isn't that a free kick on young McDonald?
Yep.
Basically just tunnelled him under the footy.
Straight under the footy, I agree, Duck.
Boys in the back row really agreeing a lot. Opportunity here. Knocked down to Pickett. Pickett to Martin. The don't argue half slapper. Then kicks the ball long and deep. Here comes Bolton. Out in front of Dawson. Did well. Kept it rolling in front. Got it there to little Rioli. Shark by Blakey. Blakey, a little chip kick in the middle to Kennedy. They can open him up here. Blakey continues the run. 2 bounces Blakey. Thought about the third. Inside 50, 40, 30. Closing. Shot it. Would have been nearly goal of the year. And a minor score in the end. 31 plays 11 and the Tigers are off.
Look at the quick kick out there.
He slithered his way through the middle of the MCG, did the Lizard.
He looked good, didn't he, the Lizard?
As Lloyd's got it on the wing. Short to Kennedy. What a player he's been for the Swans. Back to Lloyd. Then a little one to Warner, just outside 50.
Oh, had to give that handball.
Yeah, he did.
Chad Warner goes into the pocket. Finds McDonald. Interesting name for a young Australian man, Chad. That's all. Well, Logan's interesting too. He's got it, Logan McDonald, in the pocket, sort of half forward.
What I do like, Peter, I haven't seen this kid live, but I've watched his first shot. He does. He's technically fairly correct.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Duck's voice just breaking up.
He's just having a little bit of
frog
trouble.
or something there.
Logan
It's
McDonald
my third game.
coming in from the set shot. And again, he strikes it nicely, but it's narrow and a behind. So 4-8, 32 Sydney, 1-5-11 Richmond, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
All right, well, the Tigers are under pressure. They've got to get themselves out of this big hole at the moment. absolutely being outplayed. Damien Hardwick busy down on the ground, as Jay-Z mentioned there. Jay-Z, of course, breaking the story today with Noah Bolter that he can't actually see.
Yep.
So it's a worry. We believe it's not just a form of conjunctivitis. It is more serious than that.
You seen Noah Bolter's new girlfriend? Neither has he.
And, well, there's been cataracts. I see Fred said, what about cataracts, Noah? He said, no, I don't think it's cataracts. So we're just not sure what's happening with Noah, but Jay-Z breaking a big story today. Here's Kennedy, got it around the body. They go forward again here. Sydney, Grimes couldn't mark it, knocked away. Spilled to Papa. Left foot snap missed. Papa, high ball, might not even get there through for a behind in the end. No, it's kept alive. The Tigers, Noah Bolter's kept it alive. He didn't know where the ball went. He was looking for the ball. He couldn't find it. He thought it went in the ground. It was still on the ground. And then the mate said, dive north, 12 degrees. And he got it just in time, ball up.
Ball was on the ground. He jumped in the air, tried to catch it, BT.
Just outside the goal square here, a ball up. Reed, Nank. Reed went and found it. Gave it to Heaney. Couldn't get his way through. Neither could Lambert. Their heat is immense from the Swans. Errol Golden putting a really nice tackle on it.
Give us the rating, the pressure rating. They've been hot, Sydney.
Yeah, they are. They're at 185, which is 10 above the league average. But those tackles in the forward half, Duck, 8-1 Sydney's way.
So work down again to Heaney. He walked straight into a couple of Tigers. Broad thumped it out of there, and Lynch got a free for a push.
Advantage.
He's a long way from home advantage, as you called. Got it to Revolt on the wing. Jack, he just let the footy go. He dropped it on the ground, Jack. Got through them all. Bolton at half forward. Back to Martin by hand. Got around Hickey pretty easily. And then on the 45, he went to Lambert.
Stand.
Point of the square, centre square. Inside 50, lowered the eyes. Revolt, nice. Hit up at a really nice pill from Lambert. And Jack Revolt, 45 from home, can take a shot.
I don't like to talk about the umpires much, but the advantage that they paid there, Parker and Cochin were together, so it wasn't really an advantage. And then Cochin grabbed it and took off, and the umpire said, advantage.
Yeah, they're quick to play it on, Duck, in that situation. But I like the kick inside from Martin. That's what created this shot on goal.
Jack Revolt gets his first look from a set shot. Normally does this pretty well, and that's no exception. Got his first and the Tigers second, and they needed it. 2-5-17, Sydney 4-8-32, Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
Well, the one thing the Tigers won't do is panic. I mean, they've been here, done this, they've been in grand finals and been down by a margin and prelims and all that sort of stuff. So there's no panic from this team. And you're right, just looking at the Harvey Norman replay screen, once Martin got around Hickey and opened up in the corridor, well, the forward line opened up, and that's an easy kick and an easy mark to Rewalt. It could have been myxomatosis.
It could be.
He could have been hanging around some rabbits.
Rabbits, yeah.
Style.
It is Easter. The Easter bunny's around.
Style, stigmatation.
Caught myxomatosis off the Easter bunny.
Could be near or short or far-sightedness, but I think in Noah's case, it's no-sightedness.
I haven't heard of that one, Peter.
This is Jay-Z that's bringing us the news on Noah Bolter that's suddenly become blind. And out of the middle we go, Cochin, ground level ball. So the Tigers have got one through Rewalt. A little mini roll here, and they've got the clearance as well. Martin sprints away from inside the centre square, a butchering ball. Not Mark, told to play on his arts. Got the little handball backwards. Comes there to Castagna, snap, goal. Richmond have got two in a minute. That's how quickly it can change. 3-5-23, 4-8-32 the Swans on the Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
Yeah, Dusty Martin, he's the one that's lighting it up now for Richmond, starting to get his hands on the ball. I think in the first quarter he only had 3 possessions and already 5 this quarter, and his last 2 have set up goals for Richmond. So no doubt that's the reason why Richmond are back in this. He's starting to get his hand on the ball, having the influence around the footy, and Sydney, they just need to just calm down now. Just what they did well in the first quarter. Just find a mark off half-back, just calm down and reset from that mark.
Isaac Heaney just coming from the ground, Ash.
Still the one possession, JB, statless in this second quarter.
4-8-32, 3-5-23, 9-point lead Swans. When you're an on-baller, sometimes, Bristle, you're an on-baller.
Yeah.
Back in the middle.
Ophthalmologist or just normal man, do you think, for Bolter?
Not sure. I'm leaving you on that watch. Graham out of the middle. Long ball inside 50. And
well
folding
done.
back McCartan does that brilliantly well.
That's courageous too.
Courage.
Thank you.
I watched all their games this year and he's just looked perfect for this position.
What he seems like he does well, he just watches the footy duck. He doesn't really worry about it where his man is. He just flies at the footy, backs himself in.
That's what McGovern does. The best intercept markers do that, Bernard.
Yep.
Slides it over the top to Florent.
As we mentioned pre-game, Jim, since round 14 last year, the number one intercept marker in the competition is McCartan.
Parker dropped what he should have taken on the wing, and now he's in a bit of strife. Got the handball away. McInerney, he was pushed in the back, so that'll come back to Justin McInerney.
Just received a telegram, JB, from Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles and Helen Keller. Just sending their best wishes to Noah.
That's it. Hard work playing this game when you can't see. High ball inside forward 50. Oh, there's our man! Big Hayden McLean.
Oh, no.
Just stretched up and took a very nice contested mark. Of course, from the Sandy Dragons, Bristle, that even you acknowledge is the football factory.
They've got to get
in the
factory.
under-18s.
It's hard to get factory status, JB.
They are the number one provider of footballers to this competition. And this big man, who you spotted early, had a bit of Mike Pike about him.
Yes, he did.
But this set shot they need.
It was a big run-up.
So McLean loves it.
Likes it.
Punches it through. City end. Well done. Answering goal for the Swannies. 5-8-38. Tigers 3-5-23. Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Gee, that's a good mark by the big fella. Because they needed that.
Yep.
The Tigers were coming. That is a big, strong mark. And as I said, if you can get that from your big guys, big contested mark, that'll give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, just watching on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, he went up against three Richmond players in that contest too. One was Bolter, who we know wouldn't have seen the footy coming in anyway, but Dylan Grimes had the opportunity to go as well, and he's just pushed off him, went at the footy, watching the footy as we said before, and just plucked it. But the best thing is Duck went back, took his moment and finished off, and that's what Sydney has sort of just let themselves down a little bit in that area today.
Harvey Norman replay. Don't forget, purchase with 60 months interest free at Harvey Norman and receive a bonus gift card. Conditions do apply. Choice Hotels around the grounds. Ash, need a break. Book direct and save with Choice Hotels, choicehotels.com. What have we got tomorrow or tonight? Is there another one?
Yeah, straight after this game, Essendon versus St Kilda. Then the Eagles take you on Port Adelaide tonight, BT.
That's a big game.
Yep.
Where's that played, Ash?
Optus Stadium.
Okay, that's Perth, Ash, is it?
Correct, BT.
Okay, here's Cochin out of the middle, got the free into his back, drives the ball long, Rewalt's wondering, used the body, manoeuvring, trying to get through, play on, calls the umpire, spills to McIntosh, he backs away from the pressure, then comes forward with a kick, high ball to the punt road end, got to go, Pickett, didn't really want to go in the end, Big Hick was there, got the little handball away, spilled there to Mills, gave it back to Hickey, another handball received for a ruckman, boy, he was surrounded, corralled and mauled in the end, Cunningham got it away, kicks it out wide to the lead of Reed here, he's there with Baker fleet-footed, Reed stays with him, keeps it near the boundary line, and out of bounds here for Reed would be a good result. They keep it alive, the Tigers. McIntosh couldn't get it out, and the Tigers win the day, or do they?
Did that well, Reed. High contact on Golden.
Oh, they're out here too.
Goes to my man McLean. The stiff bodyer.
Thank you.
And he's off a step, will just dump it short.
He's been told never to bend.
Yep.
McLean.
He'll have a full body pack after the game because it's all stiff.
They're going to put a rod up his back.
Kennedy from long range got a good piece. In the end, it was Grimes going back with the one hand and another behind for the Swans. 5-9-39, 3-5-23, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Second quarter, interesting. 3-2 in favour of Sydney.
Short game, Brian.
Yep. 20 minutes. What have we got left? 7. Back into play. This is Broad taking the kick, and he's not the normal kicker. Short's the normal kicker. He's stuck it down the throat here of Wixie. Wixie's gone back inside. Richmond are going to open him up through the middle. Edwards' kick is magnificent to Martin. Marks it right in the ideal little. Castagna's got the run if he wants to go deep. He ignores that. Now he goes. Martin's a little late. Trying to draw Castagna out of the goal. Would have been better to run towards goal. In the end, I reckon Dusty chose the wrong decision over the line and out of bounds. Will throw it in 60 metres out from the Richmond punt road goal.
Sammy Reid.
Wow,
You're marking that, aren't you?
Just a real waste of opportunity. Going both ways, mind you. Sydney won the ball back, and then Richmond sort of cocked it up going forward too. He had all the time and an open forward line.
I reckon, Duck, you're marking that 15 times out of 16, aren't you? Sammy Reid, but they get it back here. And here's the Lizard through the middle, Blake.
Lizard.
He slithered his way all the way to the wing, and now they've cocked it up, holding the ball. He's got those eyes that sort of dart either side of his head. Avatar style. Kennedy comes in on the wing, picked it up. He got dispossessed. Martin, as Bernard said, starting to get involved in this game. And Richmond have lifted the pressure rating.
Cochin's got a free here.
Trent Cochin.
And I see Boulder adjusting his contact lenses. He's drilled a hole through those with his heat in his eyes. Got double vision, apparently, says Jay-Z. Here is Cochin, centre wing, southern stand side of the ground. High ball inside 50. Lynch was able to push out of the way McCartan, but in doing so, he infringed and McCartan wins the ball.
Again, McCartan playing in front, going at the footy. That creates that free kick and the panic from the Richmond forward in Lynch.
Back 50, McCartan, short kick to Florent. Had to go down low to receive the mark, and he did, Florent. Pickett stands the mark, Florent right there, and he moved. So that's 50 metres. Edwards it was. Took a couple of little steps.
He moved about 3 inches.
Push out or come to me.
So he said, umpire said he can either push out or stand still. That's not what he said, I made it up. Little one here from Florent, neat ball, and the mark is taken inside 50 here for the Sydney Swans.
That Wixie?
And it might be Wixie, I think it is. He's marked 40 metres out directly in front.
Jeez.
Really loose checking there from the Richmond defenders, wasn't he? He's standing on his own for a long time. Mind you, got a 50-metre penalty too, which took a while to get. And,
to activate, didn't it?
To activate, that's the word I was looking for.
Already had one shot, Wixie. He missed.
So Sam Wicks and the Richmond defenders having a day off today. Wicks comes in and a little bit right, but it's still a goal. So they kick their sixth. 6-9-45, leading the Tigers 3-5-23 in a boil-over or a bubble-off here on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Don't forget, supporting Sparkies with 7:30am opening hours, trade prices and free delivery from over 100 Beacon Lighting stores.
The only thing they haven't done well today, Sydney, is finish off their good work. That's a really good finish. Marks inside 50. 7 Sydney, Richmond 2. So they really are on top. Should be further up, the Swans. That's a good finish from Wicks.
Just the scores from turnovers. Sydney 5-8-38 to Richmond 1-5-11. Richmond have only been conceding 31 points from turnover from an entire game this year.
Jay-Z.
Isaac Heaney back onto the ground. Spent a long time on the bench then, speaking with the coaches upstairs. Just the one possession for the day. And is starting this centre bounce on the wing.
They have 9 players, Ash, playing this game, Sydney, who have played less than 20 games.
Yeah,
9.
Unheard of.
So that is how well they're going. They've got young kids and they're serving it up to the reigning premier.
Are there any players out there for Richmond with no premierships? Ash, off the top of your head, any jump to mind? Egmalise, yep. 1.
Arts.
2. Not many, is it?
They're doing beautifully here. The Swannies. Kennedy out of the middle, dumps it to half forward. Off the boot of Asprey. It's going to come back in through Heaney. From long range, he goes into the pocket, steers a nice ball, and Golden gets on the end of it. Tight angle. Errol. Speaking of weird first name.
Yeah, that's something. Errol.
Nice hands. So he's deep in the pocket. City end. Right forward pocket's going to have to do.
I think he's only the second Errol ever to play football at the elite level, JB.
Outside it, no, the left foot snap. And he hits the post as well. How many is that?
3. It's 4 posters.
4 or 5. Yep. Boys are getting excited about a few posters. Well,
Bolter's ran into it a few times.
It often happens. Yes, he's had trouble wandering. When they say go left, he's been going right and bang, hit the post. So here go the Tigers kicking in from full-back again, short. High footy, Lynch there, McCartan in front. This time Lynch got the fist away. Straight down the throat of McDonald, though. This is Logan McDonald. Beautiful spearing ball in the middle.
Wixie.
And Wixie again is almost the identical position to where he kicked the goal from a moment ago. And he does. He gives it off this time. And that's an absolute shocker from Campbell. Campbell butchered the ball. Egmalise Smith got it off there to Asprey. Now on to Broad. Broad runs his full journey. Kicks to the wing. Look at that. Lynch had to beat 3. There were Swans players tripping over each other to get at the footy as it goes over the of bounds.
Duck, why is Campbell calling for that ball?
Yeah.
You got a 40-metre set shot directly in front.
Right. Shouldn't. But Wixie's got to be smart enough
Well,
not
of course
to
he
give it.
does, but he's only playing his 10th game,
Yeah.
Wicker. But Cambo, you got to be better than that. Martin to Edwards. Kennedy, hard at it as always. Hewitt gets wrapped up. Martin went and found it. Thumped the handball to Lambert. Released it to Graham. Now Rioli just outside 50. Thumping handball. Arts. Off a step. Checked the ball nicely and Castagna was confronted. And he'll get a free. It was Florent coming back with the fly to the ball, but he didn't actually touch the ball. He just belted into Castagna.
Yeah, well done to Florent, though, to go back and try to put pressure on. Showed courage.
He was always going to mark it, wasn't he? Just made him sort of earn it a bit there, Duck, which we don't
Have a look
mind.
how close
What's he doing
is
here,
to the-
Brian?
He's 3 metres from the man on mark. Now he's getting back. He's going to kick around the corner.
He's running around and he is going around the corner, and it works. Got his second Castagna in this term, and Richmond just doing enough. 4-5-29, Sydney 6-10-46. Triple M Beacon trade
Seriously,
scoreboard.
that why
handball?
Why would you have that shot like that, BT?
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? There's going to come a time, final, siren goes or whatever it may be, and you've got to go back and kick that as a drop punt. It's an excuse for him, BT.
It is.
It's an absolute excuse.
Not only did he snap it, he sort of looked like he was trying to catch Sydney by surprise. What he's doing, he's walking back, facing the other way.
Yeah, I just don't.
And then all of a sudden took off to the left and snapped it around his body and nearly missed it.
Call me prehistoric.
It's just a sign that they don't have confidence in their kicking.
Absolutely, it is.
That's all it is to me. It's a
and
get out of jail.
and an excuse if they miss.
Yep.
They can then say, "Well, I snapped it."
They put it down as modern footy. Hey, we're all for modern footy. We think modern footy's better footy than any other footy.
Why can't they kick a drop punt then?
Yes, well, okay, Duck's getting rather
Sit down, Duck.
Guy's personal.
Oh, hello.
Starting to stand up and undo the buttons on his white shirt. By the way, there's none left to undo.
They undone themselves.
Here's Florent. Look at that. A kick, a rifle. Got it to Reed. Mark 52 out. Reed. He could go all the way if he really went back and wound up. And he doesn't. He sends the ball long, looking for Heaney in a one-on-one. He was interfered with. And Heaney's got the free, 20 metres out, slight angle. Sydney get yet another opportunity. How many scoring opportunities have they had today, Ash?
16. They've been inaccurate with the set shot, so BT.
Okay.
Now Heaney's going to kick around the corner
He
as
is.
well.
From 25 metres out on a slight angle.
At least he's facing the goals.
It's now more like rugby or, I don't know, some other game, lacrosse or something. In comes Heaney, around the body, got it. So they have got 5 in the quarter to Richmond's 3. And this is a good quarter. 7-10-52 Sydney, leading the Tigers 4-5-29 on the Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
It's just his third disposal of the day, been really quiet, Heaney. That's 1 goal, 1 now. But, yeah, again, snapping around the corner, Duck. But you can't argue with it if they kick the goal, and most do. I know it gives them an excuse, but if they finish the goal, you can't argue.
Yeah, Sydney plus 10 inside 50s, 32-22. And just in the AFLW, Melbourne versus Fremantle on the first qualifying final. It's Melbourne leading the Dockers by 17 points.
Ream built tough for Aussie conditions. Latest technology when it comes to hot water. You only install a Ream. As we get back into the middle. Margin, please, Ash.
23 points to the Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney Swans are serving it up to the reigning premier on their home turf. Got through the hands of Big Nank. Warner went and found it in the middle. Got run down from behind, but he kept his composure. Warner! Bang! In his third game, he's kicked his second sausage. And the Swans are white hot. 8-10 to 4-5. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
Yeah, we look into the box and have a look at Dimmer Hardwick. Not happy. Dominating the centre clearances too at the moment, Sydney. And Tom Hickey's been a big player in there. He's just found the ball around the ground as well. But what about that for a broken tackle as well? Richmond, that's something we don't come to see when we come to see Richmond playing their brand of footy. Broken tackle just for a third gamer. Breaks the tackle. Has the composure though, Duck, after breaking the tackle just to finish it. And Sydney, wowee.
So he had the pressure of the tackle, and then he had the pressure of a guy coming at him as well, front on.
Yeah, Kennedy's been stood up. That was an important little toe poke. What are his numbers, Kennedy?
Yeah, 15 disposals and 4 clearances, leading ball winner for Sydney.
That's the Red Z Lenders, Ash. Back in the middle we go. Jeff Dalglish pounding ball in the middle. Hickey again. Swatted towards his end of the ground. Martin was first to arrive. Paddled the ball out in front. Then retrieved to Nan Curvis. Gave it to the run of Pickett. Blasting off half back. Long, deep ball. Good looking ball. Mark is taken here by Castagna. He's kicked 2 in the quarter. Man on the mark's at 47. Castagna goes back at the punt road end on the southern stand flank. Ignoring the Graham lead, which was on. And still calling for it is Graham, rather displeased. And now Castagna sets in for the set shot here. So he thinks he's got the journey covered pretty easily.
Come on, Jace.
Kick 2 in the quarter. From right on 50, let's go. It's short by a metre and slightly offline as well. So 30 plays 58. That'd be a 28-point lead here as we approach half-time. Minute and a half to go on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Another reason why I don't like that kick around the corner, because if they mark it just on the other side of the goals, then they have to kick a drop punt.
Yep.
Happened yesterday in the Bulldogs game, actually.
Lloyd brings it away and then thumps it inside the last 2 minutes. In fact, a minute 27 left. And it's belted over.
Yeah, they won't want to let one. They won't want to let one through here. The Swans. They've been very, very good.
Thanks, Toby. Thanks, Tom.
Chase Castagna from Warrandyte, by the way. Is that Glen Archer territory? Is that where
he's
got his Ponderosa around there at Warrandyte?
Christian Petraka.
Yeah. Weird-ass part of the world as through comes Cochin. Dumps a dangerous ball to about 35 out. No one can hang on. Bolton went and found it at ground level, and then he was smashed in a tackle. Campbell picked it up. Nice left foot ball around the body. It gets over the top of everyone except for little Papa. And he thumps it in the Reed direction. Grimes there as well. Yeah, Big McLean at the back.
Oh, no.
He lumbered after it. It's going to end up with Logan McDonald who dribbles it through. Jay-Z's man, Logan McDonald. And they are on fire, the Sydney Swans. 4:6:30 to 9:10:64. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Again, it started with a tackle in D50. Cunningham was the man, slammed Bolton in a big, big tackle. And it was just the rebound off there. Campbell picked it up, kicked it out to the wing, and they just made the most of their entry. The ball actually hung in the air, bounced up in the air, and I think it was McLean tapped it over to start with, and then it was just a chain of little tap-ons, and your man, Jim, McDonald.
Big
Logan finished it off, the Perth boy, and someone that North Melbourne actually passed up in the draft.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, tell you what, though, it all started with Cunningham in
big
the
tackle.
back pocket. Big tackle, saved the goal, and then to the other end.
Bernie Vincent, Wayne Carey there, Seabus Super. I see Richmond, I don't know what's going on there. They're holding up coloured boards on the bench. Maybe that's for Bolter. Maybe he can see colour, but he can't see black and white, and they're communicating with green or red. Come or go. Here is an opportunity. Warner through the middle, launches from centre half forward, long, deep ball over the top and comes to the boundary line. We'll throw it in.
Chad.
With 30 seconds remaining in the quarter here. It's ticked over 34 minutes and it's a 34-point Swans lead.
The Chad.
Yeah.
It's just, well, we've got, of course, Chadwick Corns. Never been a man happy with what he brings to the visual table. But this is a new Chad as the ball's thrown in. And, well, he's got the body package too.
Right.
His head's not as prominent. Not as prominent.
Fair call too, Jim.
The body package he loves, doesn't he? Chadwick.
He's second to none. 10.
I'll never forget when JB first arrived in Melbourne and he worked with Sam Newman, and Sam said, you need to get some of those satellite dishes cut off your face.
Yeah, he did. A man doesn't have shite on his face was Sam's comment.
Yeah.
As the ball thrown in.
He did say that, didn't he?
Deep inside forward area. Papa, was he held? Certainly he thought he was. Wicks got the handball away. It's about 35 out. It's picked up by Heaney, but he couldn't get boot to ball. McIntosh got back involved. Sirens about to sound. Can the Swans manufacture a last look here? McIntosh shoveled the handball through. Mills, Florent, a mark they will need from here. No.
He blocked. Free kick.
Free kick.
Right on the siren.
Free kick to Wicks.
Wixie.
Is it Wicker?
It might be your boy. Might be your boy McLean.
Well, I'm just waiting to see who gets handed the footy. Or is it Pap? No, it's Wicks.
It is Wixie.
So this would hurt.
Yeah, Bolter was the player, Jim. He just didn't allow Wicks to go in the marking contest.
Yeah, well done. Well picked up by the umpire.
Well, he didn't know he was there, to be fair to Noah.
Picked it up on the Harvey Norman replay screen, of course.
Didn't know if it was a teammate. Someone from
So
Sydney.
Wicks to make it a 40-point lead at half-time for the Swans against Richmond at the MCG. Wicks, set shot, jams it through.
Oh, look at him come through.
Get around him. They come from everywhere for young Sammy Wicks.
Even off the bench, Jim.
Oh, that's nuts. 40-point, you're hearing it, correct margin at half-time. Swans 10-10-70. Tigers 4-6-30. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. BT next with Duck. And also Bernard Vince. You've got Jay-Z will be running that half-time and Ash as well. So stay with us. 10-10-70 to 4-6-30 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks Footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade. There to support Sparkies was 7:30am opening hours, trade prices and free delivery from over 100 Beacon lighting stores.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream. Robot Building Supplies. Robots got it with 24-hour delivery. robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
Sensational. Wow.
Triple M Rocks Footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
Malloy on Triple M.
I'm on here. Come on, game on.
Buckle up for some loose radio on your drive home weekdays.
The poop app tells you where you've taken your last poop. It wants to know. Well, you're just letting people know. But this is a good app for me. I could be an influencer.
Malloy.
French police shut down a warehouse orgy for breaking coronavirus regulations. There'd be a lot of whoring.
Get the Malloy podcast by downloading the Listener app now. Mix back live Monday, April 19 on Triple M.
The hunt is on. This Easter, shop loads of exciting offers at Sexyland. For her, 15% off buzzing rabbits and eggs. For him, 15% off Crazy Ball male toys. Couples games at 20% off and Shiatsu body care. Buy one, get one free. Plus loads more Easter treats to hunt out in store and online. 11 stores in Melbourne and Geelong, or get 2-hour delivery at sexyland.com.au.
At Liquorland, there's always great value, like a 700ml bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label 12-year-old Scotch whiskey for $44. So head into your local Liquorland today, or shop online and collect your order in just 30 minutes.
Afternoon, legends. Be honest, what did you achieve today? Did you finally stain your deck? If you started this morning with Sickens BLX Pro, the premium quick-drying deck stain, you'd be done. With time left to get the Barbie out. But you didn't do it, did you? Nah, watched a bit of telly, had a few cold ones. No worries. Get it done tomorrow. Sickens. Looks better, lasts longer. Available at Bunnings and all good paint stores.
Give yourself the luxury of $5,000 cashback when you purchase a new Volvo XC90 or XC60. Only until 29th June 2021. Excludes fleet, government and rental buyers. Terms and conditions at volvocars.com.au. Volvo.
Open your ears to a new world of audio on Listener.
Yeah, it's got all your news, music and podcasts and radio all in the same spot. That's pretty handy.
The first thing I do is get the headlines from the morning agenda, and then for the deeper conversations I go into the briefing. So I kind of use a bit of both.
Well, I just love that it's free. Listener. Radio, podcasts, music and news. Download the new app and listen for free. Listener.
Just a quick 100 or so foot pumps, my air mattress. Just good to go.
Almost as quick as my new Stanley Fat Max inflator.
Do more in the great outdoors with Stanley Fatmax V20 power tools. Get the 18-volt Stanley Fatmax 3-piece camping toolkit, pivot light, blower, inflator, 4-amp battery and charger, all for just $329. Grab your camping toolkit and all your 18-volt Stanley Fatmax power tools exclusively at Mitre 10 and Home Timber and Hardware.
Robot Building Supplies. Robots got it with 24-hour delivery. robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
Sensational. Wow.
Triple M Rocks Footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Bosch Power Tools and Accessories. Good, better, Bosch.
Yes, for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy here at the MCG, and what a story unfolding. Can you believe it? It's the Sydney Swans, the young Swans, 10-10-70, leading the mighty Richmond Tigers 4-6-30. It's a 40-point lead to John Longmire's men. We are bathed in bright sunshine here at the MCG. This could be one of the upsets of the season, but you never know. What can Sydney achieve this year? They're 2-0. This could be their third straight win, and it's an exciting time if you are a Sydney Swans supporter. Bernie Vince here, the Adelaide and Melbourne megastar. We're going to dissect a very interesting first half. Tell us, Bernie, how have the Swans done it to the mighty reigning premiers?
Yeah, it's all been around the footy, Jay-Z. They've just brought basically a dose of what Richmond normally give out. It's been all the pressure around the footy. Their willingness from the Sydney defenders to leave their man up the ground, take a risk. It is a risk, but it's a team defence. They're leaving their man and impacting the contest. Just when Richmond looked like they finally might get out, they're leaving their man. But to answer your question, all around the footy, smashing around the footy, their forward 50 pressure. Ash was talking about their tackles inside their forward 50. They're just smashing Richmond. They're giving them a dose of their own medicine at the moment, Sydney. But certainly exciting, aren't there? Some exciting young fellas. Warner has kicked 2 goals. Wicks has kicked a couple. McDonald's kicked a goal. I mean, these are names that we didn't know of last year. We hadn't heard of. And they've just slotted into this team. And young guys come in with a sense of playing with no fear. It's almost, there's no preconceived, pressure on them of how to play. They've just come out here. They look like a team that, they train up in Sydney, out of the eye of us. We don't really see much of them until the season starts, and they just look like they're out there enjoying their footy. They play a really good contested brand around the footy, and they're exciting up forward with their small forwards.
And they've done it without Isaac Heaney. He's been very quiet forward, only the 3 possessions for the day. But Josh Kennedy, 15 touches. Ollie Florent, what a special young player, 15. And Callum Mills with 14 touches as well. It's been very impressive. Now, how good can they be, Bernie? So this could be their third straight win, the Swans, and they've got a very nice run ahead. They've got Essendon next week at the SCG, the Giants at the SCG, followed by Gold Coast at Metricon. So 3 non-finalists in a row. They could be 6-0 to start the season, the Sydney Swans. Yeah,
this is a team that finished 16th last year too, Jay-Z. So this is not what we expected from Sydney this year, but they would have been internally. They'd expect this. They would have known how good some of their young stars were, and their draft. They had a really good draft last year as well, and they've just come on probably a lot quicker than what we expected from outsiders. But I mean, they play an exciting brand too. They're moving the ball a lot quicker. The first 2 rounds scored over 120 points both rounds. Now you just don't talk about Sydney and high scoring in the past, do they? No. Especially only having Bud for 1 game so far as well. If you take him out of the equation, you'd think, high scoring Sydney. No, not for me. But it's just these young kids, exciting kids around the footy. So to answer your question, there's no ceiling on where they can go. And if you'd expect them to win today with the lead they've got now, that means they've beaten Brisbane round 1. That becomes not as much of a surprise now with the football we've seen them play, Sydney playing. And you knock off the reigning premier and, 3 times out of, the last 5 years, premierships. They're a serious side now, and it's just a matter of whether they can sustain these young guys, throughout the whole season. A lot of first-year players and second-year players in this team. It's whether they get tired and drop off, which I don't want to preempt that, and I don't want to be glass half empty with Sydney. I'm excited about them, and I'm expecting them to top 8 sort of football now.
Lee Montagna agreed with you on the Dead Set Legends this morning, and big buddy Lance Franklin back next week. John Longmire told us pre-game they take on the Bombers next week at the SCG. This is the halftime break for Bosch Power Tools. Bosch Tools and Accessories, good, better Bosch. What about the other side of that coin, Bernie? We never would have expected Richmond to be trailing by 40 points at halftime, 4-6-30. Swans 10-10-70 at halftime here at the MCG. Where are the Tigers been off? Where will Damien Hardwick be looking for a lift in his second half? Yeah, well, it's around the footy, and it's just, as I mentioned, it's almost the flip side of what Sydney have been able to do, and they're going to start winning the ball around the footy, and at the time in forward half, they're getting smashed, and Richmond are, a forward half football team. I know everyone wants to be that team, but Richmond actually are, and they're getting smashed in that area at the moment. So centre clearance has become really important, because you win them, you can trap it in, and that's what Richmond have been so good at in the past. So he'd look around at his leaders, I reckon. Trent Cotchin's been right down. Bolton's only had the 2 possessions. Lynch at the moment goalless. He'll look around at some of those guys and just go, hang on, boys, come on. This is
we're playing a good side here, I know, but I just need a little bit of a lift from you. And we saw a couple of times the camera went on to Dimmer Hardwick in the box and just looked a little bit upset and a bit frustrated. And you mentioned down on the boundary, had a long chat with Captain Trent Cotchin there at one stage. So he'd just be asking a bit more from his senior players, I reckon, at half-time. And no doubt, this is the beauty about Richmond. They respond. And this is a team that, 40 points down against probably any other team in the competition, you'd almost put the 4 points in the column. But against Richmond, you can never write them off because they come back and they respond, and the brand they play, they can score really quickly. And we saw Martin just get a bit of the footy in that quarter, just start to get going a little bit, set up a couple of goals for him in that quarter. And if he can get some more of the footy as well around the ball and get the ball inside 50, don't write Richmond off just yet.
No, they've climbed off the canvas plenty of times. You would be silly to write them off now. Looking forward to this second half. Sydney currently leading at halftime by 40 points. Now, choice hotels around the grounds in the AFLW. The qualifying final was Melbourne defeating Fremantle by 17 points. Means the Demons now play Adelaide in the preliminary final. The AFLW been absolutely fantastic this year. Now, occasionally we love the superstars and they do great work out there, Benny, and always plenty of highlights. But occasionally they stuff it up, of course. Now, we've got the Amy Clanger segment. Amy, who covers Clangers? Amy does. Lucky you're with Amy. Have a listen to this.
Kennedy, long ball, out comes McLean.
He looked like Mike Pike. He looked like Mike Pike.
He didn't even bother bending over the big man.
Oh, boy.
He just stuck a shoe into it.
Oh, God, I've never seen more Mike Pike-like action in my life.
Oh, fantastic.
With the 3 rhyming words in a row, the Mike Pike-like.
It's been a brilliant call today. Where would you rather listen to anyone else? Can you believe it? This is a huge story unfolding at the MCG today. It is the Sydney Swans 10-10-70 leading by 40 points over the Richmond Tigers 4-6-30. After the break, we'll have JB, BT, Wayne Carey, more from Bernie Vince. It's been an outstanding call from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That halftime break for Bosch Power Tools and Accessories. Good, better, Bosch.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
G'day, it's Joey Montagna. Stacey Thomas. Straight after this game, Triple M continues to rock footy.
Join the Temper Mattress call team for the Bombers and Saints. For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy.
With our best ever loose change menu, a little goes a long way at Macca's. Grab a McFlurry for just $2, a hamburger for $2, or 10-piece chicken McBites for $3. Available 10:30am to midnight for a limited time. Excludes McDelivery.
Telstra's making footy more affordable with $10 off KO Basic.
That is awesome.
Yep, $10 off.
Inspirational.
This
is massive.
That's right, $10 off.
That's off the scale.
Stream the 2021 Toyota AFL Premiership season with KO Basic for just $15 a month for 12 months. For Telstra consumer customers, redeemed by 31 May 2021. Roll under standard fees after 12 months. Minimum cost $15 for 1 month minimum term.
There's still plenty of time left in the Easter long weekend to finally tackle that DIY job you've been putting off at your place and join Australia's biggest ever DIY working bee. And everything you need for the job is at Bunnings Warehouse. I bet you can taste that snag and onions already.
At Pepper Money, we specialise in home loan options. In real life, keeping a perfect credit history isn't easy. You may have had a past bankruptcy or be behind with bill repayments. This can make it hard to get a home loan from some lenders. At Pepper Money, we take a fresh approach. And if we can find a way to help, we will. If you're looking for home loan options, talk to your broker or talk to us. Pepper Money, real life loan options. Australian credit licence 286655.
Don't miss Foxtel's Easter sale. Get closer to the action with live sport in 4K Ultra HD. The world's best drama, over 1,000 movies for the whole family, and with Netflix included. Get it all for only $69 a month on a 12-month plan. Hurry, offer must end Wednesday. Search Foxtel or call 131 787. Min cost $828, new customers only.
When there's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to book a half-off flight, you don't go on a half-hearted holiday. You go for a full-on snorkel, find a full-on rainforest, or see some full-on views. and always find time for a full-on bite to eat. So come on, Australia. With half off select flights, plan your full-on holiday at australia.com. Book with your airline or travel agent of choice before tickets sell out. Terms and conditions apply.
105.1 Triple M.
105.1 Melbourne's Triple M.
Catch Triple M's Marty Sheargold show and more live or on demand on the Listener app.
Hi, Matt Smithson with a national news briefing. Australia has lost a fashion icon after the death of designer Carla Zampatti. The 78-year-old died at St Vincent's Hospital a week after she was knocked unconscious from a fall downstairs. Former Australian Women's Weekly editor Ida Buttrose has told the ABC she's upset at the loss of an iconic woman.
But it's a great loss to Australian women, Australian fashion and Australian business and to the community generally, because she was quite a unique woman.
The Princes Highway near Ulladulla on the New South Wales south coast has reopened following a horror smash that's killed a young family. A mother, father and child died when their car left the road and hit a tree early this morning. A fourth passenger was airlifted to hospital, while a young woman has fallen to her death from the back of a ute west of Toowoomba overnight. Police have charged a 19-year-old driver. It'll be a soggy Easter affair for much of central and southeast Queensland, with a low-pressure system off the coast expected to intensify. A flood watch is current from St Lawrence to Byron Bay, with falls between 100 and 300 mils expected over the coming days. Acting Deputy Commissioner for Queensland Fire and Emergency Services, Joanne Greenfield, says the real worry is for those communities who recently experienced flooding.
That will start to move this afternoon over the coast, hit central Queensland first, and then it will come down and hit all the way from the Sunshine Coast down to the Gold Coast.
And Hobart has hit a new record, the Tasmanian capital recording its hottest ever April day, the mercury topping 32 degrees. The previous record was 31 degrees, set in 2014.
The King Living sale is on now. Save up to 50% on the best in Australian furniture design. Visit your nearest King showroom or shop online at kingliving.com today.
Staying fine across Melbourne, down to 15 tonight, then mostly sunny tomorrow. We're heading for a top of 23, cloudy and 20 for Easter Monday. Get more news and information live on our Listener app. Download now and listen for free.
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for IGA Liquor. Proudly local, proudly independent.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks football at the Triple M CG. Halftime scores see Sydney, that's right, Sydney leading Richmond by a whopping 40 points. What about that? Amazing stuff. Let's get some Red Z Lending stats. Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed. Ash is with us. Ash, what are you seeing on the sheet to half-time?
Well, those inside 50s. So Richmond number one for inside 50 differential at plus 24 per game. But today it's 36-24 the Swans' way. And the scores from turnovers as well. Sydney's have posted 7 goals, 8-50 to the Tigers at only 1-5-11. Just individually, BT, Dawson, he's the number one ranked player up to half-time.
Is he? Really?
13 possessions, but he's had 6 intercept and number one for metres gained as well. And he's had 4 entries inside 50. Kennedy's picked up 15, as Doug said, very busy. Florent with 15. Young Warner, 13 disposals and a couple of majors. Wicks with 2 goals and a dozen possessions. And for the Tigers, Shorts picked up 15, Martin 11. But these are the low numbers, BT. Cochin 7. Lynch 3 and Bolton 2.
And Two-Man, tell us about time on, because Richmond are the number one team at scoring in time on. What is it today?
Yeah, they have been since 2017, and in red time it's Sydney. They've posted 6 goals 3, Tigers only 2 goals 2. Yeah. Smashing.
All right, thank you. And Duck, what does the night hold for you? Where are you off to? Anywhere particular or home?
Why? Because I'm wearing a white crispy.
Yes, you're looking crispy.
Yeah, you are looking crispy.
Doesn't look like a home.
Chapel Street might be Chapel Street bound.
To me either. There was just a breath of COVID a week or so ago, and Duck was out that quick. He was ether. He left a vapour trail, Bristle.
He really thought he had COVID.
That's it. Could not have exited any faster.
So that's where it's at. It's a 40-point margin here at the moment. Sydney are leading. Both these teams 2-0, and we're ready to go with the second half. Could not be better conditions. Perhaps a little warm, but other than that, it's a smacking good day. And we're ready to go. Umpire Jeff Dalglish is going to toss it up in the middle. Hickey versus Nankervis. Hickey's had that battle covered for most of the day, and he wins it out of the middle. with a clear takeaway kick. What about that to centre half forward? Short had to work back into traffic, did it well to Baker. Baker's handball was to no one in particular, and Cochin got there, but he was Mills bear hugged when he did. Caddy shoveled out the handball there to Ashbury. His kick smothered by Blakey. There's the Swans pressure again. Little handball comes back inside to Parker. Parker to the punt road end, pushed to the back. He'll get a shot from 40, Parker. Sydney could open up with a goal in the opening minute.
Thanks, Sam. Just push out.
So these are the exclusive.
Fitty!
Oh, no.
Caddy! For just blatant stupidity. That's what that is.
So this will be a certain goal for Parker from the goal line.
Secondary infringement.
In the opening minute. And the umpire's exclusively Mike for Triple M.
Allows Josh to let go.
The others would still be wondering what was going on. And you can hear Jeff Dalglish let go of the throat. Goal to Parker. 46-point lead here now, Ash. We must be getting up in the territory of greatest comebacks of all time from here. We'll come back to you shortly about that, Duck.
Watching the Richmond runner.
He's in the vicinity of Caddy. No.
Yeah. So that's the Sydney runner, actually.
Yeah,
so 11-10-76 to 4-6-30 on the Triple M IGA Liquor scoreboard, Duck.
Yeah,
going on with it too, Caddy, with the umpire still.
He's talking to the umpire. I'll tell you what, I'd love to put the camera on dimmer after just looking at the
no, that's not what it
Harvey
was,
Norman replay. Just saw the incident. That is as soft. Exactly. That is as soft as butter. That is a putrid 50-metre penalty.
Him in the chest.
Putrid.
The umpire said he told him to let go and he didn't, and then pushed him further. So that was his explanation. It didn't look good on the replay.
Wouldn't squish a fly.
That was not what Richmond needed to start this second half. They're now 46 points adrift. Go. Yep. Bolton, long ball inside 50, and Lynch stretches and takes a really good mark. So, Tommy Lynch.
Tom, that's your line.
His afternoon so far today, Ash?
Yeah, JB, 3 possessions, 3 marks and a behind.
So he needs to go back and slot this and get Richmond rolling.
I saw him kicking from this spot before the game, JB, and they had about 3 shots from here. Didn't kick one of them. They all went left.
Righto. Tom Lynch. Got to convert here for the Tags. That's beautiful. It drifted left a little at the end, but it's there. So a goal apiece to start this second half. 5-6-36 Richmond. 11-10-76 Sydney. Triple M IGA Liquor scoreboard.
Yeah, really important mark there from Lynch. He's had his colours lowered today, hasn't he, from Tom McCartney? He's been outstanding, but again in a contested situation, just pulled it in, and really important kick for him going forward. Just a waste of an opportunity with the silly 50-metre penalty. Well, I was going to say by Caddy, but it was the umpire probably that made the mistake there and gave the 50 away and goal. But this is the start Richmond need. They need to hit the scoreboard early, need to get their senior players going, and Lynch is one of those.
Fox using that steady cam, which is a much more non-agile piece of equipment than the 7 one that was being used.
BT spoke about comebacks in regards to the Tigers. They've never won a game where they've been trailing by more than 40 points at half-time. Their greatest half-time comeback is 36.
They've got to bring that bounce back.
Yeah.
That was outside the circle by 3 foot.
5 metres, Duck.
That's
mayonnaise. They're going to go there, mayonnaise it. There's Mills.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, from backwards of the middle circle, free kick, high ball, and one fly again, and Heaney has taken a ripper right on 50. So Sydney starting to motor the kick to Hickey.
No, big Hick.
Hick has marked the ball in the forward pocket, 25 metres out on an acute angle, and he won't be running around the corner, I can guarantee you that.
We had Caddy and Martin standing together, and Hickey just out the back of those two all by himself.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I watched Hickey from that centre bounce. As soon as Sydney won it, he bolted forward. He's really trying to test Nankervis out. Nankervis still in the goal square when Hickey marks that.
Punt road end, northern flank. Hickey lines up the left footer. Nice. And he's kicked the goal.
Brian.
No problems at all. 12-10-82. Richmond 5-6-36 on the Triple M IGA Liquor scoreboard. And Big Hickey, I think it's his second goal of the day.
Geez, he hit that beautifully. That's a really flush. He's a much improved player, Hickey.
4th club, Duck?
Yeah. I noticed Big Tom Lynch run down to try and have a few words in his ear. Obviously, teammates at one point, and well, that didn't work.
No, it didn't.
Up to 11 disposals, though, 2 goals. Yeah. What he's doing is spreading really well from the contest. You have to watch, just zone in on him for a sec, Duck. You watch him spread compared to Nankervis from stoppages, and he's testing him out.
He's putting pressure on Big Nank.
Can't go with him.
Sure.
Seabus super special comments from Bernie Vince and Wayne Carey in the back box, and you'll never hear a game called better than the 2 operators in the front as we're back to start this one off. And there is Hickey jumping high into Nankervis. Warner back heels it to Parker. A don't argue on Bolton, and then inside 50, Pap just couldn't hang on. It was a hot ball, to be fair. Short to bring it away with a couple of bounces. Walks past Warner. Gets it to Cochin. Short to Lambert. He wants to go square to Edwards. And inside 50, that's nice. So the Tigers, through precision kicking, get it to Lynch, 45 out, not much angle.
It was a really good kick, wasn't it, from Short coming off half back, but it's the kick back inside Richmond. That's where they look dangerous. We saw Martin do it a little bit in the second quarter. That kick inside, that 45-metre kick inside, just opens up the other side of the ground, and forwards love that.
Lynch for his second in this third term.
The present up forward is back, JB.
Yep, love it. Leading lanes available for him, Bristol.
Absolutely.
Lynch. Fan to the right, bad miss. 12-10-82 to 5-7-37.
Elected to kick to the right-hand side by about a metre of the mark, so he could go lower. So Sydney, another ripping start to a quarter, 2 goals to 1 here. Dawson from full-back, the nominated designated hitter from there, finds the target. Here's Hewitt at half-back. Hewitt there is one of those players, he could play for 100 years and you wouldn't know he played. He just goes without notice, but...
a little clip.
I mean, he's good, but you just don't know much about him. Warner, off hands. Cunningham, little one comes back in. Here they go, Matt.
Papa.
Got it to Papa. Papa, 55 metres out, a little chipper.
Wicker.
And down Wicker. Little Wixie. He's kicked a couple, Wixie, and he's got another one. A real good look from 40 directly in front.
And look at the ease. Look at the how many marks inside 50 now for Sydney?
Yeah, that's mark number 11.
Yeah, and the reason why is because Richmond are zoning.
Yeah.
They're not playing man on man. Look at the space when you move the ball quickly.
So can you see them changing that as the year goes
on?
Well,
they might have to, BT. This is what we're talking about. This under these new rules, teams are getting found out.
Sammy Wicks for goal number 3. Misses left.
Another post.
No. Extraordinary circumstances here today. We've had the ball hit the post.
5 times. 5.
Look at scoreboard.
For Sydney, 5 times.
83-37, just incredible.
Richmond have taken a bit of the post too, haven't they, Ash?
1 poster for them.
What's the most posts in a game, Ash, from either, like, total?
Come back to you shortly, BT.
Rampy has been a star for this footy club for a long time, wants to go to Mills, misses him. Now Mills has got all sorts of work to do. Here's Hewitt, Brian's man.
There he is.
Body line the ball. Did really well. Now Florent. They can smell a bit of blood in the water here, the Tigers. They've got to think their way through this, Sydney, and they've done it pretty well. Lloyd jammed it out wide. And now it's Papley on the wing. Just got layers of smart-ass Parkeroon. Papa always has.
Yeah, he did then.
Can badly cock some stuff up just because he gets ahead of what he really should be doing, Camden McIntosh.
Oh, he can't run on it. He can't kick on his left.
There he goes on his left. Not bad, but it's Rampy who's able to break it up, and McCartan, Dawson. Well done by Revolt. Back to McCartan, who's just got to give a little don't argue there to Rioli. McIntosh dropped what he should have taken, 60 from home. Doubles back, sticks a real low mung inside 50, gets all the way to the back. Lynch! Oh no! He missed a handball with his hand.
Oh, that a big McLean. That was McLean style.
He looked like he tried to handball the goal.
I tell you what,
Sydney just starting to stuff around with the ball a little bit there.
Yeah.
And the Richmond player got met with a solid one in the head there. Art should have got the free for the fend off. Umpire missed it completely, but I didn't. Hickey's kicked that out of bounds on the full. Lynch runs after it.
Might have been touched.
And it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Jeez, that was a big hick thinking there.
So, Bristol, how do you miss a handball with your hand?
Oh, it's tough. There's probably only happens once or twice
a year.
So Lynch in the forward pocket is going to run around and snap it on his right foot. There he goes, called to play on. Got a good piece of it. Good looking ball, he's got it. So he's opening up here. He's had, I think, 3 or 4 shots. He's kicked 2 goals in the third quarter. And if Richmond are going to get back, he's going to need to get just over a handful today. 6-7-43 to Sydney, 12-11-83 on the IGA Liquor scoreboard.
Probably another example where Ruckman should just probably handball, Duck. He had the opportunity to handball with numbers around him, and Hickey tried to throw it on the boot and kick it straight.
That's the second case of Piakaroon. There was that one and the Papa one seconds before. So I'm seeing a little bit of Hollywood here at the moment from Sydney.
That won't be pleasing John Longmire. I'm not sure that wasn't touched off the boot.
Yeah, I reckon Lynch actually touched it off the boot.
Jose Clark.
Damien Hardwick coaching from the bench again down here, fellas. Been very animated, unhappy with Richmond's start. Wants more intensity and urgency, clearly.
Jay-Z, thanks to Bob Jane Team Arts. Big deals for safer holiday driving this Easter. Visit bobjane.com.au. As Hickey jumps into Nankervis, but Nank gets it down, looking for Martin. Inquire to the superstar. Wobbles it to half forward, and Rioli has to fist from behind. What are Dusty's numbers, please, Ash?
Yeah, 12 touches. That was his first in this quarter. He only had 3 in the first.
Usually finds a way to get going when his team needs him most, so just be watchful of this.
There's Nankervis and Hickey. Shallow throw in. How often do we say that? It's not that tough to do, throw a football. Parker gets around Martin and then around the body with a real high one. Grimes has also been quiet.
Sometimes the players go back too far in defence, JB. I'm not trying to defend the little men. But that does sometimes happen.
Yep, have a look at this one.
It's a whipping thing that sometimes they get wrong as well.
Don't quite get the whip. That's a better one. Hickey to the back, McIntosh.
Ooh.
Coming through was Papley, did that well. Florent now. Thumping handball for Kennedy. He was confronted. Here's Papa. Released it again. The unselfish Pap doesn't work. As that is a thumping tackle inside forward 50. And we're going to have a ball up.
Yeah, almost got it in the back there, but the umpire elected not to. So then he had to make out as if he was trying to get rid of it broad because he was nailed to the ground. We've got a ball up 20 metres out in front of Sydney's goal here. Big opportunity for them. Richmond have got some numbers around the footy here. Trying to outnumber the Swans. Knocked to Papley. Taken away by Ignalise Smith. He goes very wide to Lynch, who's up at half-back. Turn circle. Handball straight to the big fella. McLean. Boy. By the time he'd worked out how to pick up the footy, they were all over him. He's thinking, gee, I've got to read the manual how to do this. Hewitt couldn't bend over either. Now Kennedy with a high arching kick, and Nanker gets back and takes him up. No, it's knocked out of his hand by Reid. Reid has a shot for goal. It's going to bounce awkwardly. Picked up here, though, by McDonald. McDonald, little left foot around the corner to Wixie. Wixie runs into an open goal. Nankervis holds his head in disgust. He's got 3. Wixie's got 3. Swans alive. 13-11-89. Richmond 6-7-43 on the Triple M RGA Liquor scoreboard.
Just want to look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay screen here. I reckon. I reckon that's a mark.
Yeah, I do.
That's a mark to Nankervis.
But he should wrap that up, Duck. He should mark that. He was expecting contact, I think, late and sort of just dropped it late to the ground. But you're right, it's probably a mark, but
tell you what,
just wrap them up.
Yeah, Logan McDonald again, impressive, wasn't he?
Left
getting that ball.
Yeah, that's a mark.
Yep.
That's definitely a mark.
That's a mark. Everyone had stopped knowing it was a mark.
Yeah.
The only one that didn't was Reid and the umpire.
IGA Liquor have got you covered this footy season. Get your favourite spirits, beer and wine. IGAliquor.com.au. Proudly local and proudly independent.
Geez, Wixie's having a day out.
Isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
3 goals.
And we are back in the middle, and this is big boil over.
Well, Big Nank trying to take out Reid in the marking centre bounce there and just gave a kick away, just charged him.
Margin Ash.
Margin JB, 46 points.
Kennedy. Dawson, centre of the G, inside 50. Parker just couldn't hang on, but went back and found it ground level. Everything is under extreme pressure here for the Tigers. Short, out of half back, has a bounce. And then he dumps it for Arts, who's half back out of side. to Baker. And now Caddy just speculated with the handball, didn't want the responsibility. Cochin's got it.
These are very quick, Sydney, to put pressure on, leave their opponent.
Cochin transfers from south to north, finds Pickett. Pickett's got the outside runner on Asprey. It's not the one you wanted, but they'll give it anyway. Asprey from 60 out, just hoist the ball short of Lynch, and it was horrible. And that's probably why Pickett probably should have kept going by himself, but he wanted to be the team man. Mills takes the mark, kicks wide to a 2-on-1, Richmond's favour. Here's Bolter. Had a little bit of trouble as he was heading towards JB there. Had the eye chance out at half-time. Picked up the handball here to Grimes. Shrugged off the tackle. Got the handball forward to Lambert. Thought about going inboard. Now goes longer to the goals. Here's a big chance for the Tigers to mark in the pocket. Egnally Smith, I think it is, or Bolton. It's Bolton. And Bolton is marked about 15 metres out near the boundary line. Shai Bolton.
That's your line.
Been pretty quiet today.
If they are going to come back, it's got to happen from now on. They are going to need every bit of this half quarter and the next. Around the corner he goes and he misses. I think the Tigers can't get back from here. Ash, what's the margin, please?
45 points.
IGA Liquor Scoreboard, proudly local, proudly independent, JB.
And that's an early call from you, Bristol. You're normally the one with about a minute and a half left that's still saying...
Positive, yes.
Yep.
But I'm worried for Noah. He can't see. And so how can he possibly navigate?
How does he know when his team's up, BT?
They just go, it's all a communication thing.
Brian,
the crowd.
It goes back a long way. It goes to a game we did at Marvel once between Geelong and Carlton, where we all gave up on it pretty early, and the great Kerry Packer was watching. And
yes, it does.
The phone call came in, and
the red hot phone.
Yep, that's it. And we all shat ourselves basically because Kerry basically just cut up rough.
Yeah, well, Gary said they're 63 points down. They can't win from here, and Kerry said, "So you're telling all my viewers not to watch?
Not to watch my station."
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
He said, "Tell that guy that's earning all the money to shut up and talk as if the game can be won."
That's exactly what happened. High ball out of there from the Swans, and Parker takes the relieving mark. Goes to Golden, point of the square. He wants to switch play to the outer side.
Bernie, not sure who Kerry Packer is, JB.
No. Got it to McInerney. Now that's a dangerous ball. Broad came forward to defend, chopped it off, missed Rioli. Castagna did brilliantly well, but they're missed with the handball. Rioli wrapped up by McInerney. Shoveled it a little further forward. Florent made him earn it. Through came Kennedy. Gave it to the Lizard Blakey. He's in all styles, but he got it to Dawson. Now McCartan. They've got every answer, the Swans.
And Tom Lynch is down behind play as well. Or I think it's him, might be someone else. In fact, no. Bolton it was. So the mark has been taken in the meantime by McLean. The big stiffy.
Yep.
Rod right up his back. Kick short to Hickey. Had to go down low. Short sideways ball finds Wixie.
20 forward.
Wixie right on the footy. Oh, what a feeling logo. Waiting for something to happen. Pickett saying, come on up, call him to play on. So he just kicks sideways and Lloyd takes the mark.
Richmond a lot of numbers back. That's why the slow ball movement from Sydney.
Bernie all over it. Here's Golden. 55 out near the boundary line, going to hoist it to the top of the square. It's a 2-on-2 here. They'll fly. They flew. Not much happened in the air off hands. Geez, I tell you what, Arts had to defend gallantly in the end. Got the little handball to Baker. Out the back door, the Tigers are away. Revolt in the back pocket.
Long way down the ground, Revolt, but a thumping ball for Caddy. Now Castagna. He's confronted, got it back to Caddy, and he's run into all sorts. He's having an absolute nightmare, Josh Caddy.
He is.
Completely stuffed it up. Rampy wrapped him up, and it's symptomatic of the day the Tigers are having. McCartan, Campbell, and a turnover. McIntosh now got to make this work. He's got Dusty running. We'll give it to him. Dusty handball on Castagna, centre half forward, confronted, got the kick away, and it's a horrible sprayer that missed the lot. And we're going to have a ball in deep, City end.
Just uncharacteristic at times, Richmond have been going forward, haven't they? They look panicked, and that was just a kick and hope from about 60 metres out from Castagna.
It was, and they had about a 4-on-2 going forward as well. Castagna opted for the goal from long distance. Rewalt doing the ruck work, knocked down. Mills was involved early. Little squirting handball comes in the Florent direction. He gives off to Mills. Heard the umpire's call as Mills went sideways with the kick, told to go, and so now they do.
But even this, Burn, all of this uncontested footy, it's so un-Richmond-like to cough this up.
Can't remember a time in the Richmond forward end where they've applied normal Richmond pressure that's resulted in a turnover. There's Mills, beautiful kick for the logo. Look at that. Wixie's just standing there saying, I'm Wixie. Not many have heard of me, but I've just taken a mark here and I'm playing well. Heaney now goes inside 50, searching. Pickett the punch away and the ball goes to the line from Logan McDonald. Will throw it in at the Sydney Punt Road end of the ground.
Tom, Richmond, David.
Bristol, of course, also telling us earlier, Burn, that George Hewitt's had the most anonymous career of any footballer who's ever played the game.
Been pretty handy. South Australian boy.
Yeah, no, good player, but
inside 50 go the Tigers. There's Noah Bolter
as well.
Hold the meter, please.
We'll have another ball up.
Opponent, Jim.
McIntosh off a step wide. Well done, Rioli. Nice bit of individual brilliance. He's got Bolton running for him. Oh no, look out. They come off to defend beautifully. It was Rampy who came and impacted, just couldn't take the mark, but now we've got a locked-in ball. Look out. Holding. So the Tigers with a little bit of momentum here.
Did really well to come off his man, Rampy, but then dragged the ball in the contest, and you just can't do that.
So Jack Revolt with lots of players ahead of him. Told to go. Where does he go? Kicks it to the hot spot. Big hick in the air. Couldn't take it. Lynch ground level. Caddy just piled in with his head, and you heard the play on call. Cunningham out wide, in fact it's Lloyd.
Papley's got space.
Oh, let's get it to Papa then. This is very impressive young man in Warner.
50.
Take it down, take it.
So this will mean Sydney will go from half back to half forward.
And that's from your skipper as well. So
just rattled them.
Yep,
aren't they?
Yep, it's amazing. Scoreboard pressure.
Warner to Lloyd. Lloyd from the wing, just a little chip kick over the top, finds an opportunity here.
Wicker.
Wixie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's out there.
12 marks now for Wicks.
Wicks,
3 goals.
Boy, he's
got a bit of John Wick about him.
Got a bit of Stuart Lowe about him. Lloyd.
Buckets.
Short ball, finds Heaney. Heaney within range, but on the boundary line. McIntosh just decided to square off inside the ground.
Isaac, it's your line.
So Isaac now is told to kick around the body.
It's a long way
on the left.
It's a long way out on your left.
Yeah.
15 gone.
Ducks. What Duck means is only I could do that. So here he is. He lets it rip. Left foot high ball. What a kick! What a kick! What a kick from Heaney. Left footer from the boundary line. All of that when our man, the C-bus man, Wayne Carey, said he couldn't do it.
I didn't say he couldn't do it.
And then Heaney went back and did it.
I said he's a long way out to be kicking it on your left, but he got good purchase on it and plenty of height on it as well. And we know that he's a very talented footballer. Hasn't had a big day, Heaney, but gee, that was a nice kick.
No, but Duck, they're choosing this role for him, aren't they? My question to Horse, which he didn't like, is he could be a 25 to 30 possession contested ball-winning midfielder. They're choosing to play him here. He's kicked 2 brilliant goals, so they know more than us.
Has there been over the last couple of years a matter of need though to go forward?
Probably has.
He can mark it.
Yeah, nobody.
Probably has.
Well, he's only had the 7 disposals, but he's kicked the 2 goals.
A couple, and we've got more room in the game for him to do more damage. That's a poor bounce.
Well, they didn't call that back not all that long ago. So
that was Daniel Johansson.
Not Curtis the boy.
Any relation?
Bristol?
Yeah, no.
Curtis not doing this. Right.
No, Curtis the boy. He's
your man.
He's with Robert O'Gorman.
Righto. Handball through. Edwards brings it away. Long ball inside 50. McCartan gets a hand in there. Lynch now is confronted by Campbell.
So don't forget, 4 behinds last week. This one's very gettable.
So no ground made by the Tigers in this term. The margin, Ash, by the way?
Yeah, margin is 51 points, JB. Just for Red's Head, 3 out of the top 4 ball winners for Sydney are all their youngsters. Florent, 23, Mills, 22, Wicks, 19, and 3 majors.
Blood rule here. Now, it's a 51-point margin. This would have to be, Ash, if I'm not wrong, please correct me if I'm right. 51 points would be the greatest ever comeback margin. Is that right, Richmond?
Equal most.
Equal
Yeah,
most.
they did against the Hawks back in 2003, BT.
Yeah, okay, I was close. I think I remember that, Ash.
Yeah.
So there's a player coming off under the blood rule here, and at the same time, Noah Bolter has just done a chart check on the top line down there, and he's got him. He got 3 out of 6, so he's been allowed to go back on.
That's called a guess.
So he's, yeah, boy, it's interesting. And boundary throw in here now. Little opportunity for the Tigers. Got it inside there, 50 in the shade. Picked up by Martin. Kick smothered off the boot. Little handball out the back door. Parker fending it there. On one occasion to Warner. Now the ball in dispute. Tigers have a little ping across the face of goal. Danger, danger, danger. Rioli couldn't mark. Caddy went in one hand, had the ball stripped. He's had a shocking day from Caddy today.
Holding, Sydney.
And Sydney ball here in the back half, says Luke Farmer.
Just underscores, Burn, if you don't bring heat and the other mob do, it doesn't matter who you are.
No, doesn't matter.
3 flags in the last 4 years, you're going to get turned over.
Beat them at their own game.
By the way, Luke Farmer's not umpiring today, but Justin Power is.
We just take it for granted, Bristol, that you know the umps.
Yeah.
Any
Ray's
name,
having a great season too, Razor.
any name you rip out, we just accept.
Yeah.
That's a horrible kick forward. Bounces down the wing. And it's now in dispute. Parker's been very good. Over to Heaney. Handball forward here to Golden. He's confronted but gets around.
Well, Bolton ran past him.
Mills wobbles it forward. Here's Logan. Tried to thump it in the path with a Papa. Papa dribbles it through. That's what we've been waiting for.
3 JB.
He's got his third, little Tommy Pap, and he wasn't giving that one off for love nor money. And this game shut the gate. 44-101 on the IGA Liquor scoreboard.
And well done to young McDonald as well.
Very
Again, just competed in the air, followed up, and just got that ball forward to Papley.
Ended up a 2v1 contest, and the young boy, well, he's been outstanding. Just he doesn't get a stat for that, Doug, but he set that goal up. And one thing I didn't like when the Pap got that running into an open goal, Jim, he actually looked to handball that off again.
Come on, Pap.
Come on, Pap.
He's lost his way, I reckon.
Hasn't he?
Don't forget, on your way home today, on the way to the chopper pad, I'm going to pick up a $2 McFlurry and Macca's loose change menu, JB. So,
The McFlurry, Bristol.
Yes, the McFlurry.
Nice.
Get hold of one of those.
Very good.
Dropped any of those key words, BT?
I have, but you didn't click on. Duck was absorbed in his shirt, so we decided not to continue on with with me because it's got to be about Duck. And now an opportunity here for Cunningham, and he is tackled rather vehemently.
Just officially no buttons left on that
I have
shirt.
it all up. No, he pops them off.
No, they're gone. There was one left. But
With each drinky poos, another button goes. Here's Ned Curvis, pushed his man out of the way. Skied one towards Lynch, won't get there. Rewaltz there as well. Take the mark. Good mark running with the fly. Difficult one to judge. McCartan missed it. Jack's got a shot from 25 on a tough angle. He's a left to right twirler of the footy. And this one, although close, won't have a chance to bend much. It is the spot for a left to righter.
15 gone.
So they've kicked 3 in a row, Sydney. Rewalt's now walking up to the man on mark. I think he's going to kick around the corner. He is. He's now decided to go around on the left. This has got a bit of Payakaroon about it.
Oh, no.
And he's hit the post. Extraordinary day of posters it's been today, Ash.
That's now 5-2, correct, Sydney's way.
101-45, Sydney's way.
Lloyd to bring it back in for the Swannies. Couple of minutes left in this third term. Margin, Ash.
Margin is 56 points.
Oh, that is big. Big against the reigning premier on their own track. This is an emerging Sydney outfit. Who have they got next week, please, Ash? The Sydney Swans?
Yeah, Sydney Swans take on Essendon at home.
Oh, my goodness. They could be off to a white-hot start. High ball inside 50 here for the Tigers. Blakey flew, couldn't hang on. Arts with the left foot wobbler, and he gets it through. Jake Arts with his first. And the Tigers kick their third of this third term, but they still trail by 50 points.
BT,
On the IJ Liquor scoreboard.
Sorry, JB. BT, do you still declare that Sydney won't play finals footy?
At this stage, I'm sticking with it.
You're sticking with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said it before, now, so they're going to be...
Yeah, but let's not turn
They'll be
it
4-0 after next week.
let's not turn it into something
Well, you said-
bigger than it is,
Well-
Jay-Z style.
Well, you said...
it's growing legs, this.
You said that they will not play finals footy. If they go 4-0.
Okay, all right, white shirter. let's just square it off that and leave it there, and we'll come and revisit it at perhaps round 20. So it's a 50-point game here. They've kicked the last 4 in a row, and Richmond are playing like pansies here today. They are being completely outclassed in most areas, Ash. I know you told me that, so I'm going with you. Back in the middle we go, Nan Curvis.
Geez, that's a big statement, BT.
Well, you know, they're not their normal hard-nosed, which is absolutely elite. Kick comes forward and it's been marked by Golden.
There's a headline there.
50, no, it's not a headline. Don't turn it into something that it's not. Handball comes off to, on that occasion, Dawson. Dawson goes long touch on the line. Minor score, so 102 plays 51. 30 have ticked over. 57 seconds left in the third quarter. No bowler is arguing with the umpire. He's just gone back to the umpire to argue, but he didn't realise he was actually talking to Damien Hardwick.
No.
Last minute we're in. 50 seconds and counting. High ball. Tigers love to sneak a late one here, give themselves some sort of chance. Bolton had a fumble. Warner's been good. Golden with the left boot, and that's nice hit.
Wow.
For Heaney off a step. And Isaac can just calm things down a little. He just missed the target of Parker. Through came Blakey. Went to ground, gobbling up time here. We're down to 16 seconds, so the umpire's going to blow the whistle, and we haven't got long left in this third term. It's been very impressive from the Sydney Swans. 5 goals to 3 in this third term. They're going to take a 51-point lead into the final term, and maybe more. 6 seconds. He's got to get it in real quick. I don't think he's going to have time. So the Swannies at the G against the reigning Premier take a 51-point lead into three-quarter time for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for IGA Liquor. Proudly local, proudly independent.
For McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Footy's back and I'm loving it. IGA Liquor's got you covered this footy season. Get your favourite spirits, beer and wine. Head to igaliquor.com.au to find your nearest store. Triple M rocks footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
New to Triple M breakfast in 2021. Mighty Sheer Gold.
Lance Franklin's back.
Oh, this is great.
This is nice. So
Isn't it great?
We haven't seen Buddy for 581 days. It's so good. I've forgotten how much I miss Buddy. He's brilliant. He's such a rock star.
Anything you'd like to add, Lauren?
I was looking at Jacinta Franklin's Instagram to see if she'd had the baby.
The Mighty Sheer Gold Show. New to Triple M. Weekdays from 6.
Here if you need.
Or hear it anytime on the new Listener app.
With our best ever loose change menu, a little goes a long way at Macca's. Grab a McFlurry for just $2, a hamburger for $2, or 10-piece chicken McBites for $3. Available 10:30am to midnight for a limited time. Excludes McDelivery.
Mate, welcome to KO. Sport lives here. You're going to love it. But a heads up, we have been having a bit of a debate about the backyard. You see, Dustin Martin reckons it should be an oval, but Alex Glenn thinks it should be a rectangle. I think we're just going to split the difference and have an oval with corners. A rectoval. What do you reckon? KO. Sport lives here. Stream over 50 sports, live and on demand. New to KO, start your 14-day free trial.
Problem. There's 8 mates.
Mate.
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 And a six-pack has only, 6 beers. Solution, the new Mate Pack 8-pack from Brick Lane. 8 cans of Brick Lane Draft in one easy-to-grab pack. In IGA celebrations and bottle shops. Drink responsibly.
G'day, Lawrence Mooney here. It's time to open your ears to a new world of audio on Listener. My show, Moon Man in the Morning, is available Australia-wide as a podcast. Plus, you can wrap your ears around other great comedy podcasts like Hamish and Andy's Remembering Project, and there's an entire station dedicated to yacht rock. That's no joke, just good times.
Listener. Radio, podcasts, music, news. Download the new app and listen for free.
Listener. When there's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to book a half-off flight, you don't go on a half-hearted holiday. You go for a full-on snorkel. Find a full-on rainforest. Or see some full-on views. And always find time for a full-on bite to eat. So come on, Australia. With half off select flights, plan your full-on holiday at australia.com. Book with your airline or travel agent of choice before tickets sell out. Terms and conditions apply.
No two businesses are the same, and no two parts of Australia are the same, which is why CommBank now offers more business support for Melbourne. With more business bankers who understand your local area. That means it's even easier to access support and expertise with a range of solutions for your business and lending needs. To find your local business banker, search CommBank Business. Visit commbank.com.au/business for details.
IGA Liquor's got you covered this footy season. Get your favourite spirits, beer and wine. Head to igaliquor.com.au to find your nearest store. Triple M rocks footy on Melbourne's 105.1.
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade. There to support Sparkies with 7:30am opening hours, trade prices and free delivery from over 100 Beacon lighting stores.
Yes, great people at Beacon Lighting, and for McDonald's and Hot Water, Triple M Rocks football, 3/4 time, 51-point lead here to Sydney. That's right, Sydney over the Tigers. Ash Tour on the Red Z lending stats. Red Z lending, loans for the self-employed.
Yeah, Sam Wicks, number one ranked player, 19 disposals, 3 majors. Greatest comeback ever from 3/4 time is 45 points. That was by the Brisbane Bears back in 1995.
Bob Jane T-Marts, big deals for safer holiday driving this Easter. Visit bobjane.com.au. Jay-Z, just one injury today.
Yeah, it's Dion Prestia who was subbed out very early in that first quarter with a hamstring issue, but he doesn't have any ice on his leg, BT. So I wonder whether it could just be one of those awareness ones, they call them these days. So it could be at the minor end of the scale. There's no ice on it. So you think potentially it mightn't be too bad. So
well, JC, there was some ice on it when he was sitting on the bench initially, but of course, as you would know, and you've told me many times, you only ice for about 20 minutes, I think, burn, and then take it off, and then ice again an hour or two later. So that may be the reason for that. And I know you told me that before, so I'm not trying to correct you or anything. But that's probably what's happened.
Yeah, probably exactly what happened.
All right, Seabus Super Special Comments, delivering consistent long-term returns for members. Seabus for all of us. Can I ask you, Bern, is this one that Richmond, they're not going to win it from here, 51 points down 3/4 time. Is this one they throw away and completely forget?
Well, no, you don't want to do that when there's still a quarter of footy to go.
No, I don't mean that. I mean at the end of the game, they just wipe it from their memories.
Well, the coaches won't want that. They want it. This will be a learning game, BT, and it's a bit of probably a bit of a wake-up call for some individuals. Some individuals have been right off the pace compared to the last.
Name a few, please.
Well, Cochin's been right down. Martin's showed a little bit in that second term, but not much. Bolton's hardly sided.
Well,
Lynch,
the posts had more hits than Cochin.
Some of your best there, BT. But, I mean, Caddy's had an absolute stinker. You've called that a couple of times. Their defenders have looked shaky. And, pre-game, Duck, we spoke about the ball movement. It's testing defenders out. And you said Richmond is one team that can sort of get away with zoning. Well, they've proved today they can't.
No, that's right.
They need to go back to that one-on-one defending. And they've been shown up a little bit by some of these young forwards.
Bernie's bouncing out the vanilla stuff. Give us something with a bit of colour.
No, well, it's that quick ball movement that we've seen from Sydney. Now, we all thought coming up against the Premiers, will Sydney sort of, I guess, still play that real attacking style of play, because we know that Richmond can take the ball. We know Richmond try to play that real, what do they call it, dirty ball, BT. They love to just surge it, but they've matched them. And the thing that I've loved about Sydney, they've matched them in the endeavour.
Yep.
They've matched them in all of those areas.
Dirty ball. JB.
Bounce to start this final term. Hickey back out there, big Nank. Kennedy brilliant down the Mills. End on end ball forward. Reid got taken under the ball by Short. Papley breaks it up. The Pap.
There he goes, look at him.
And he's got his fourth. And he's off to the races. Look at Papa. He's running laps.
That's better.
Like Herb Elliott back in 50 60, whatever it was. He's doing laps. Pap has got his fourth. And the Swans are dead set taking the mickey.
I reckon that's the quickest he's moved all day. The Pap, after that went through, he just... Well, I'll tell you what, it was a very good intercept, though.
Wasn't it?
Read it like a Sesame Street book.
No.
a what duck?
I'm not sure whether you understand that Sesame Street don't have books, huh?
Don't they?
It's a TV program.
No, they had books. They had books back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Papley's put him up to 50s. Jay-Z, down to you.
Yes, Richmond's made a big change. Noah Bolter starting full forward and Trent Cotchin at the other end of the ground in the half-back line.
I guess that would be to do with the full spectrum of vision from full forward. He can see the whole ground, no problem there. He can see it coming from full-back because he's got good long range. Jay-Z, thank you very much. Jay-Z, for those that don't know, pointing out that Noah Bolter is basically blind and can't play on unless there's some Fred Hollow's help.
He might have to go down the Jeff Blethen path.
Yes, he might.
And get glasses.
Dark-rimmed glasses, weren't they? Held on by a lucky man.
Yep, they were.
Horace Grant.
We did say that you might have called myxomatosis off the Easter Bunny.
Anyway, it's fair to say that not much happening in the eye department. Rioli around the corner, goal, got it. Beautiful stuff. 8-9-57, trailing Sydney 16-12, 108 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, and just flowing beautiful at the moment for Daniel, who started as a sub today.
Well, what he's done, Daniel, is I reckon he's played himself back into a little bit of form today. He's had some. I do. I think he's had some big moments. He got an early opportunity, obviously, but he's taken. I know he hasn't. He's not a big numbers man, but he's done some special things. He took a really nice mark out here in the third, and then that finish there was good.
And we speak about who this game is important for now. It's the individuals like that. To get a game next week. Got dropped obviously during the week, so yeah, it's important for him.
He'll make some changes after this, Dimmer.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
How many?
I'm off to Walhalla after this, JB.
Nice for you, Bristol.
Getting a chopper up there, thanks to Microflight, of course.
Have a listen to you go. Where's Brian go?
Got a charity gig up there that they're flying me up there, Microflight style.
Do they have a weight restriction?
And you know the red ones that go around, the beautiful Ferrari-looking choppers? That's them.
51-point lead as Papley gets it busted out of his hands by Baker.
There you go. Is anyone else in the chopper?
No, just me.
Baker gets pulverised by Heaney. Now Parker just missed with the handball. That's a free kick. And it's going to Errol Golden.
Remember, we were meant to get a chopper with you and Big Keka down to Ballarat, and they had to change it to a jet.
Come on. No, you're going to say a Hercules.
Golden, long ball, Reed at the back, a fly there from Pickett. Now Broad tries to get around Heaney, does so, but just got a thumper wobbler. Forward of the ball, Lynch couldn't control it. Cunningham at the back. Hewitt.
There he is.
Your man, Bristle. Yeah. And that's a nicely controlled little ball to Parker.
Yeah, it was a little sort of midget-gidget style thing. And then Parker goes wide. Here he is. Opportunity here. Have a look at him. He backed off Golden. He went, he came back, and now he went forward. And that's called composure. And he stuck it down the throat of his teammate, who's now got a set shot from 40 metres out, and it's Wicker.
Wixie. What a game. He's playing Wixie.
He's been a permanent style forward, hasn't he?
Half a metre
Wicker.
He has today.
3.
That's 15 seconds.
He's going for a PB, wouldn't he?
Yep. Well, he's got a kick of 45, and it's a difficult angle.
Yes, from 10 games.
Here he is. Wicker just fell short as Nanka marked it right in the goal square, and no score in the end. So 57-108, Sydney completely in control, early stages of the last quarter. For those that have just joined us, Richmond have copped the good old shellacking today.
No, just haven't said that for a long time.
No.
Play on.
Castagna inside, defensive 50.
Play on.
We go from here to Essendon St Kilda Marvel Stadium. The People's Caller, Barry Denner. Lee Montagna, Dale Thomas and Mickey Roberts. Robbo will be in charge there. There's the short one from Lloyd, finds Mills.
Robbo's been busy nailing down his outdoor furniture down at Flinders because of the wind.
Merricks, yep. He does whistle through there. Parker too far out to score.
He reckons a three-seater couch flew by the back door at one stage.
Yep.
She's really windy down there.
Parker called to go. Short to Dawson. He's further out from goal. Every player nearly ahead of him. That's not 15, so they're going to have to get this in quick, and the kick misses everyone. Kennedy was wide open, and they turn it over, and the Tigers are away.
Good handball by Cochin to Boulder. He's taking a run. He doesn't know where he's going. He lost it. As soon as he let go of the leather, he didn't know where it was. He looked back, forward, north, east, west, south, couldn't find it. But in the end, Baker's mocked up, and now he can't get up. He doesn't know which way's up. Oh, boy, he doesn't know which way's up, Bolter. Lynch has almost taken the mark. Little handball. He too missed the target in Arts. Picked up here by Mills. No, he let it go as the moment he picked it up. Arts caught in the tackle, gave it back to Martin. Martin smooth. Handball here. Lambert, little deliberate along the ground to Graham. No one likes to kick it to Graham because he doesn't kick it that well. Here's Wicks. Got a little ball out wide. And Sydney main control of the footy.
Errol Golden. This is a big story, the emergence of the Swans. Third last. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying Ash last year, the Swannies.
16th.
So they had a real ordinary year, and they're going to be 3-0, and they've got Essendon at home next week.
And Rowbottom to come back in.
Yep. So Kennedy, I'm not sure that's going to really straighten them up, Brisbane.
And the big Bud.
They're certainly going to bring
Budweiser.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Buddy's there too.
Pickett punches it for McIntosh, missed him. Oh, Rampy came real hard at the ball.
McIntosh is out cold.
Yeah, he came really hard, and Rampy's just stopping everyone and saying you've got to get out to this bloke.
I think he got him with a hip in the head, JB. My first glance says that, and that'll be big, big, big trouble for the Swans player if he did.
And Rampy was going for the ball.
He got the ball. That's play on. That's just the big contest.
Yeah, it is. I don't think there's much he could have done.
He actually took the ball before contact.
Harvey Norman replay. Yeah, he got to the ball, and then it was about protecting himself as well.
That's how close our game is, though. If you get that slightly wrong, or the Richmond player in McIntosh gets there that half a millisecond in that situation earlier, he could get, 3 or 4 weeks.
And to Dane Rampy's credit, he has stayed beside McIntosh, and he's still there now. And he, as you guys have said, it was more of just a collision contest. And he's not happy about what he's done to McIntosh here.
Yeah, really big contest. Both players committed to their contest.
Running in the same direction, weren't they?
Straight at each other, and both committed. And Rampy just got there before McIntosh and turned his body, and that's where the head contact came.
Purchase with 60 months interest-free at Harvey Norman. Receive a bonus gift card. Conditions apply, and McIntosh is up. Tough boy. Up on his feet.
Not well, though, JB. No. Not well at all.
Out cold. Had the arm in the air, the arm in the air when you're out cold, and didn't look good.
No sub left, of course, for the Tigers, so Camden McIntosh won't play any further part.
I'll let you know, JP.
So he's coming towards Jay-Z Clark. And
shocking to see when these concussions, isn't it? Because just the unknown of it, it's just horrible that we don't know enough about it.
That's interesting, because normally they do the neck brace and the full, don't they, on the stretcher, so they've elected to walk him off.
Yep.
Hopefully things are okay for him. So
Greg Hickey, the doctor, in complete control there.
Parker, set shot now. 51-point lead, Swans. Luke Parker. And he's just pulled it to the left. So 52 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
So just a bit of a sad moment there as McIntosh goes off, and quite an ill boy. Short plays on from full back here. 109 plays 57. Rampy. Rewald held him, so free kick going Rampy's way. And Rampy just takes his time. Sydney don't need to blaze away. They need to maintain their concentration here. Finish off what has been an incredibly impressive display by them. High ball and the header broad, couldn't hold the mark. Parker went there to try and get it. Peeled for the free, nothing on. Handball show it out Cochin's way. Cochin a bit of a no-looker there to Caddy. Now Caddy's kick has missed Arts. He's had a shocker today. There's Kennedy trying to push off with the one-arm, stiff-arm style. Hewitt, my boy, out the back door, found Kennedy. Kennedy, a standing start, looking ball. Parker, probably thinking about that concussion a moment ago, decided it's not worth risking my body at that stage, and I'm with him, JB.
Yep, totally agree. There is stupid courage.
Yep.
Ball to the back. Graham went and found it, centre of the G. Handball to Lambert. Bolter. Missed everyone. Martin's got to come in and clean it up.
I think he thought he was handballing to the Richmond, but it was Swans.
And there is Dusty, and his kick finds Bolton about 40 out, almost directly in front.
Inside 50, Sydney 55, Richmond just a 38. Now in the first 2 rounds, they're averaging plus 24 per game.
10 metres away, guys, both teams. 15. That's 15 seconds.
Yeah, I imagine Bernie Vince that Dimmer's going to have some ammo for the review.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be able to sit a few right on their freckle. And just say you might be 3-time premiership players, but you bring this, you'll get beaten. Bolton. Set shot to the punt road end, and he hits the post. It's unbelievable.
It's a magnet.
It's been a post frenzy.
3-5 now.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
8.
Lorne have had a win today by 1 point as well.
Right.
Boy.
Going to regional footy.
Grassroots. I'm all about grassroots footy, JP.
Hey, everyone.
Much as the elite.
Of course you are.
Like grassroots. No, Duck doesn't often wander white-shirted out to a game of grassroots. There's Lloyd. Kicks out to the southern stand side. High ball. Bit of a hush over the crowd. Richmond supporters talking amongst themselves at the moment. Just wondering whether they should leave now or shortly. There's the handball at the back. Comes to Broad. Broad, a chipping little kick, finds Grimes. Gee, Grimes has been quiet today, Ash, or is it just me?
Yeah, only 10 possessions, 4 marks.
Well, that's quiet, Ash.
Yep.
That's 2 1/4 a quarter.
We'd prefer they leave now, Brian, for our own exiting purposes.
Either that or hold very late.
That's it.
So Pickett's got the ball on the wing, right on the logo there. Now he kicks long and deep and looking for Bolter. Over the top of Bolter went Rampy without regard for his body.
Hey, Jay-Z, McIntosh back up. I can't hear Jay-Z Clark, but I reckon he's back on the bench.
He is, JB. Sorry, mate. He has gone to the bench. Sam Reid also for Sydney, just dealing with some cramp issues in his left hamstring.
That's not to say he'll play any further part, but it's good that he's back up. Graham taken in the tackle. Mills head over the footy and gets a high free. I think this has been a well officiated game of football, Brian.
Yes, it has. 3 umpires that don't have a lot of experience have done well, JB.
Done a good job. Mills. Not a good ball from him out in the full. So it's one of those ones now that the margin is so comprehensive that we're just playing out time. But the Swans are the story. They beat the reigning premier. They're 3-0. They've got Essendon in Sydney this week. It is a big, big story for the Swannies.
So they've got Essendon, GWS and Gold Coast over the next 3 weeks, JB.
Brian.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah, they could go. They could be 6-zip.
Well, that's 7.
Mills.
4. No, it's 6. Ducky boy. Thanks, man. White shirter.
Mills, high and wide.
Just a fly-by-night of that one.
As Errol Golden just falls on top of his opponent, and we'll have a ball in out of side. So 11 and a half left, and we've got a 51-point lead to the Swans.
On the other hand, the Tigers have got a tough run coming up, JB. They've got Friday night football against Port next week, St Kilda, Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, Geelong. So they're up against it, but we know that they're going to be extremely competitive. Hez Hewitt went back, tried to win the footy against Dusty, couldn't do so. Picked up by Castagna, who got early goals in this game, I think 3 of them. Over the top to Lynch. Lynch takes the mark, runs into the open goal. Lynch has got 3 as well now. So the Tigers getting a belated one here. Umpire Chelsea Ruffy says that's a goal. 9-10-64 to Sydney 16-13-109 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, McCartan. That ball just floated over the back. He was in the right position, and Lynch just out the back. Easy one for him, but McCartan's played a good game, even though Lynch has kicked the 3.
Yeah, McCartan, what I've loved about him is he's just watched the footy. He watches the footy, goes hard at it in the air, he comes off his opponent. A lot of defenders, they get worried about the matchup and what the coach will say on a Monday, how many goals my opponent kicked, but he doesn't care. He's left Lynch all day and got a bit unlucky there, as you said, but he does leave his man and come up, which I love.
And they've seen him play forward last year, which he did okay at as well, so now they know they've got a guy that can play both ends.
Supporting Sparky, 7:30am opening time. Trade prices, free delivery over 100 Beacon lighting stores. Centre of the MCG, Parker's been good. Mills gets involved as well as Lambert. Lambert's handball a bit hot, and then Warner was bear hugged. And we'll have the ball up. Beautiful Easter weather here in Melbourne. Rest of the day off for me.
Yep.
We might just head down to True South, Black Rock style, and have a one off the wood. As Golden just strangled. He'll get a free on the wing.
Just stand there, please.
Who's the best of these young kids, do you reckon, Duck? Bernie?
Well, you'd have to say McDonald has got the most potential, don't you reckon? Duck being the key forward and what he's done in just 3 games of footy and picked 4, obviously super exciting for this footy club.
I think they're all really exciting. I think Warner has shown us a bit. I mean, Wicks has only played the 9 games. He's been excellent today. I mean, they've all contributed. I mean, we talk about the Kangaroos having, I think we had, what was it, JB? 8 at the Kangaroos last night.
Less than 20 games.
Less than 20 games. Well, Sydney got 9 under 20.
Duck just lumping them all in.
Yeah,
together. Just a lot easier to just have one general comment than 10 different ones.
Just like to give them all a rap. They've all been, it's a team
No,
game.
but your point is a good one, and that is that they are a very inexperienced lineup, and they're actually serving it up to the best team we've seen in a while. A lot to like about the Swans. Parker, that's holding the ball. So 9.5 left, Bristol, and we've got 50. How many points have we got now, please, Ash?
45.
45 points.
Yep, 45 JB. Here's Grimes, halfback. Goes for the all-or-nothing kick to Castagna in the middle. Marks, unattended. Funny little kick sideways to Short. Short immediately knew something was on out very, very wide. Mark taken here by Caddy. He takes an immediate bounce, runs to the 50, hammers a ball at the punt road goal, and hits it. He's got it. Touch on the line. Hickey got it on the line, as you say, JB, and Caddy not sure about that. And to be quite frank with you, my eyes are good from here, and I'm not that. I think it was over 2.
Oh, great call. Great call by the umpire.
Probably should have withheld my comment for another second. 109.65.
Bristol's got one Birkenstock in the chopper.
Yeah, I have.
Fair to say, is broken up in the air by Grimes. The footy goes out. JC Clark.
Just wondering whether Trent Cotchin's been 100% today, boys. Received a lot of treatment on his hamstrings and his back throughout the game. Again, came to the bench for a long stint there and had 15 possessions. Just don't reckon he's 100% today.
Ball in to the front. It's Edwards who picks it off and then swings it inside forward 50 for the Tigers. Bolton jumped at the footy, should have taken the mark in the end. Arts gets wrapped up in a really strong Sydney tackle. Ball up.
Inside 50 for the Tigers here. Just trying to find the right one. Just throw it up, mate. Just throw it up, please. Lynch in front, does the ruck work, knocks down, ran past it, Graham. Florent, a throw. So that'll be a Rioli free.
Is it a throw if you never actually take possession, Brian?
Well, if you then thump it with one hand, it's debatable. But the Swans players are debating that very point that you've mentioned. I thought it was a throw on first glance. And we will see on the Harvey Norman replay at some stage.
Daniel.
So then we'll be able to answer your question. Here it is now.
No, that's not a throw.
Not a throw either, because he sort of tapped it out with the other hand.
He tapped it.
Yeah.
It was a tap on, not a throw.
So you're right, JB. You're not always right, but you're right on that occasion. Here is Rioli, 30 metres out directly in front. He's playing. He was the medical sub because Prestia has done a hamstring, and Rioli kicks the goal. So Daniel has a couple, both coming in this last quarter. 10-11, 71 and 16-13, 109 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, he's played himself back into the team, I reckon.
Yeah,
Rioli.
he's been good. He's they're just gaining a little bit of respect on the scoreboard now at the moment. But I asked you that, going back to the Sydney young guys, Golden, Campbell and McDonald, all drafted last year. Are they in the same conversation as I think it was the 2018 draft of Port Adelaide, for 3 guys that have come in and just played from game one? Butters, Rosie and Dersma?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, they can't be yet.
No, well, you asked the question, are they? And I'm saying not yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying, can they be BT?
Well, I'm saying not yet.
Okay, thank you for that answer.
But they could be.
So, yes.
Yes. I'm going with a maybe.
My man Dersma.
Yeah.
Banana, course.
He's a good player, Dersma.
Oh, he's a wonderful player.
He's played all 3 games.
Haven't quite seen him doing his best stuff this year so far. Out comes Gray.
Georgiades.
Goes wide with the ball, finds Broad. So they've dominated this game, Sydney. They don't want to let it slide in the back half and let Richmond get back to 25 points. That's a drop mark. Graham, the sort of sloppy that we've seen from Richmond, and you never see that from this team. Their standards are so high. That's going to be holding the ball.
You dived on it. You must knock it clear.
Oh,
there we go. That's real official sort of business.
Well, it's to Blakey, who does chat a bit.
Yep. That's a lovely left foot ball from Cochin. And he gets it to Revolt.
Is that all true that Blakey does? Now, here's Jack. He's played on and deliberately chipped it to the top of the square. Oh boy. McCartan lost it completely in sight.
Jeez.
It was very similar to Noah Boulder in the way that he just completely lost sight of it and closed the hands before it arrived, and it hit him on the fingertips and didn't quite get in the gloves.
Hit him in the face.
Throw it in the forward pocket. Lynch knocks it down. Soccer off the ground by Flutteren. Mark taken by Mills.
He's in good shape, this bloke.
Halfback, what's he had today, Ash?
Yeah, 29 touches, equal PB.
That's the red Z-lender for him.
Been matched up on Trent Cochin for a big part of the day too.
Logan McDonald here. The ball in the back half here. Just trying to suck a bit of time off the clock here, the Swans. Dawson's got it.
Jay-Z Clark, you had good intel on Logan McDonald out of the West.
Yeah, he's been outstanding, hasn't he, Jim? I know Will Phillips will be a good young player for North Melbourne, but these new rules, they really favour the key forwards, don't they? So it'll be an interesting call to review in 5 or 10 years' time.
Well, it was going the other way, Jay-Z, for about 30 years, where it was favouring the defender. Couldn't knock arms, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. So it's about time it's just been levelled. I wouldn't say it favours, it's just been levelled a little. Here's Graham chipping little ball to Noah Boulder. He takes the mark. He looks at the punt road end. Can't see anything down there, but found Lynch on the lead. He looked and he just saw a haze of white posts. And in the end, he went for a player that had some arms up, and it was Lynch. And he'll line up from 20 metres.
He might have been having a shot there, BT.
How did he see Lynch?
I don't know. He's
bizarre.
He just saw he's sort of man just waving. So Lynch will line up for number 4.
This is 4 in a row too for the Tigers.
Yes, a bit of junk time goal opportunity here. So Lynch only a kick at 20 metres, but got a little bit of angle about it. Punt road end, southern sort of pocket area, and he misses. Doesn't like the close in ones, Lynchy, and that's a mister. 10-12-72 Tigers, 16-13-109, 23 minutes have expired on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Duck, you know Horse better than anyone in this box. He will not be enjoying any of this last 7 minutes.
No. You want to finish off when you've had such a good day. And percentage, we spoke about it. Percentage will play a huge part, especially for Sydney later in the year.
Chop the arms.
Parker takes the mark and he'll chop the arms and he'll go long down the line. Mills has had a very nice game of football today. Long ball inside 50. What's ahead of him? Pap will stay down. Look at him get on his bike here. Look at the Pap. He's given it off. He's given it off to Warner. He's changed.
Yeah, he's handed out a junk time goal.
He's become a different man, Pap, and I'm not sure I'm getting around it.
No. He's completely changed.
We loved him more, Bristle, when he was a selfish little bastard who only kicked goals within the 50. Now he's just becoming a team man.
In the leadership group now, I think,
What's
Jim.
What's going on with him, Burn?
Someone's just had a chat to him, which we don't like.
We can't have him straightened up, Papa. This is a very impressive young man, Chad Warner. Set shot, City end. That's not a good ball. No momentum through it at all and missed to the right. 109 playing 72.
Yep. So we've had 3 Richmond to 1 Sydney goal kicked in this last quarter. But make no mistake, the Swans have dominated the game. Ignally Smith kicks in with a horrible sidewinder that fell in the lap of Florence, and he took the mark. Bolter stands the mark, but he's can't see where it is.
Stood the mark the wrong way.
Comes back Rami. He was facing with his back to the mark. It was quite unbelievable. Short ball now to Lloyd. Goes wide and finds Dawson. So just a bit of fiddle-faddle here from the Swans to wipe off a bit of tick-tock. There's Dawson now. Kicked into the man on the mark. Arth was on the move quickly when the umpire called play on. Well done. That was a throw from Boulder. He couldn't see his fist. Here's Martin. Got it to Castagna. Castagna to Lambert in the middle of the ground. Went on his right boot. High ball. Getting back. Getting back to take the mark is Dane Rampy. And Rampy at half-back stops that attack in its tracks.
Just back to Papley, Duck. Remember Boomer Harvey when he was in the back end of his career? There was no better running shot on goal in the comp than him. Dermott wrote an article about
for 5 minutes, and that allowed
the likes of Sam Collins to do it to people who couldn't kick. It makes no sense. If you're in the best position and you're good at it, kick the goal. Here is the Lizard, Blakey. High ball forward from him. Hickey in good shape, big Hick. And there's Heaney. And he has hit the post. That's all that's happened today.
Where does the post sit in the stats here in terms of players?
That's we've had 9 all up, BT.
That's
the
Heaney's
record was
second.
11, but that's Heaney's second post, a spot on duck.
So that is amazing. It's just an incredible day for the posts today.
Tell you what, he couldn't hit the side of a barn yesterday, Boomer.
No. Dawson, oh boy, there goes one into the 400 gamer.
Really crumbled.
Fly, Mark taken by Grimes, and Grimes has got into the back, says JB.
Push.
Free kick.
Big
will
Logan.
go the way of Logan McDonald. And he'll line up here, Logan.
There's Baker, I think, in that marking contest was just outsized and didn't really have to do that. Had a number of players around him, just took Logan McDonald right out of the contest, and you can't do that in a marking contest in today's footy.
43,637, the fourth biggest crowd this year at a game. So McDonald lines up, lots of shade on that side of the ground, been a hottish day here. Got 2 minutes remaining in the game, and the Richmond players look, well, dejected. Sydney been fantastic. Logan McDonald given more than the 30, I would have thought here. He's not really given the hurry up, and he's nailed the goal.
Oh, I like this
he's gone to the ground and given the double sort of fister. Almost a cobra.
Did he?
But he's liking his own work as McDonald today, and he's kicked a couple. So he's celebrating big time because they are going to knock off the premiership favourites. So 17-15, 117 to 10-12, 72 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, not only is he's finished off well, Duck, he's been that target down the line. When they've been in trouble coming out of D50, he's been that target, and not all the time marks it, but brings it to ground and creates that contest because Richmond is so good at marking it and propelling the other way. So for a third game player, rarely gets outmarked.
Margin, Ash.
Margin 45 points.
Beacon Trade scoreboard supporting Sparkies with 7:30 a.m. opening hours. Trade prices, free delivery from over 100 Beacon Lighting stores. Ash, anything else to say?
Yeah, for Red Z, so Richmond have conceded 88 points from turnover. It's only the third time from their past 73 games they've conceded 80 plus points from turnovers.
Got a minute 40 left. Out of the centre, Kennedy. He's also been superb. Long ball inside 50. Asprey, the fist comes from him. Heaney dumped the handball to Egmales Smith. And now Broad gets it into the hands of Caddy, who was confronted by McInerney. In the back pocket, outer side. City end, if any of that makes sense. If you know the MCG, you can picture where he is. Broad, still inside defensive 50.
That's the old practice wicket that they are now,
right.
JB.
That's exactly right, Bristle. As Caddy wobbles one down the wing. You just used to chase the ball over there, Byrne, and you'd think you're closing on it, and then it'd get to the practice wickets and it'd actually gain pace away from you. And you didn't want to dive on there either because you'd lose all your bark.
Why do they not have practice wickets on grounds anymore?
Well, for the footy reason, I guess. It's
You wouldn't just fatigue for late in the run?
Well, you just thought you were getting there, and then suddenly it gained on you.
54 minutes since. So certainly that shift is there that you pointed out, Biggles.
So kick here by Sydney from the wing. High footy, and this is going to be a massive story and win here for Sydney. Parker's going to fend off the tackle, but, I could call players now, but can't be bothered because this is all about Sydney actually winning the game in the last 18 seconds of it. Really, each touch is inconsequential at the moment. The win for Sydney, and 3-zip they are, and got a good run ahead and changed style and gone from defensive to attack and got good young kids. There's a lot to write home about them, and they've had a big win over the reigning premiers here today. 17-15, 117 to the Tigers. 10-12, 72. Massive win. Let's hear the song.
Lift that noble banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or small, Swans will go in and win overall. While our loyal Swans are marching onwards to victory.
Well done to Sydney. Well done to John Longmire and the coaching staff. And they are 3-0 and in brilliant shape. Triple MVP. The award the players want to win, by the way, of course, Lockie Neal last year, and he took away a brand new set of tailor-made clubs fitted for him. Got the driver, got the 3 medal, got the wedges, got the putter, the tour stand bag. He got the lot, and he is the best player in the competition according to our judges last year. Now we're back at it again. And the triple MVP. Bernard, what do you got?
Yeah, 1 vote today, Jim, I gave to Luke Parker. I thought he was outstanding around the contest. 29 disposals. He had 4 clearances and kicked a goal. Probably should have kicked 2 goals in the end, missed one, but he was outstanding. And the pressure from the Sydney team around the contest was outstanding, but he was very good. 2 votes I gave to your man Wicks. I thought he was very good. Yeah, he's very good up forward. Just seemed to bob up at the right times. He had 22 disposals.
Just in his 10th game, kicked 3.
13 marks and kicked 3 goals as well. So outstanding from the young kid. And 3 votes today was Mills, 31 disposals, which is a PB, 8 clearances, including 11 score involvements. So well done to Sydney.
Let's take a bit of Dane Rampy.
And yeah, came up with the goods today. So, I mean, what more can I say? Our young boys have been putting it on, and I think we've been energised by that. So, I mean, it's just a great vibe down here.
But tell us about these young kids that are running around. Not too many games between them, but they all been stepping up these last 3 weeks for you boys.
Absolutely. I mean, they came in, and from day one, we really knew we had a special, probably those first 3 draft picks, and obviously Chatty Warner, who's enjoying his 2nd year. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. They come in, they look like they've been playing 100 games already. So it's a credit to them because they're such professionals. And again, they keep driving us older boys.
About the game, Dan, you look like you came in with a bit of a game plan of really hitting up those leading forwards, making those little short kicks, not bombing it into that back line.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, they've built their, I guess, last couple of years on rolling off and supporting each other. So again, we've got a team that we really back our run and our short kicking game, so we just wanted to take that pressure game away from them, and yeah, it worked today.
What about your partnership down there with Tommy McCartan? That looked really nice.
Remember Rami Jaffe with a collection of songs by bands that added new members.
About it, and yeah, as I said, I just love having you down there with me.
But I know it meant a lot because you turned around after the siren, went straight over to the crowd and just gave it a big fist pump. So this is a big win for you boys.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of South Melbourne fans here as well, so I think it's important to acknowledge those guys. A tough year for everyone last year, and it's just good to see crowds back, particularly our South Melbourne fans, and now we're going to get around them.
Go and get around.
JC Clark, down to you.
Yeah, just recapping, Dion Prestia out with a hamstring. It's the 2nd time it's happened this season, JB. And Camden McIntosh, we saw it late in the game, that heavy concussion. He turns 27 tomorrow, so you think it'd be a pretty quiet birthday for Camden McIntosh.
Thanks for that, JC. Great job done by you for Bob Jane Team Arts, and we thank Fox Footy, of course, and your former teammate Cam Mooney for looking after that interview with Dane Rampy for us, Duck.
Yeah, it was good, and you can see you can hear the excitement in his voice, Dane Rampy, and tell you what, the South Melbourne supporters really turned out today.
Oh, yeah.
And boy, did they make some noise when the boys ran over to them. It is great to see. And let's not forget that this footy club was South Melbourne before it went up to Sydney. And they do have a lot of support down here. And they turned out today. So fantastic for this footy club.
For McDonald's, pick up a $2 McFlurry and Macca's loose change menu, of course. We love having the support of that marquee brand. And rest of the day off for you, Bernard. What about you, Ash? You got another game to do?
No, night off tonight as well, JB.
Back to Point Cook. What are we?
Spa won't be firing up, JB, as you know. That only happens after North Melbourne.
I don't think you're going to be having a spa this year.
I think you've taken the water out of the spa.
In fact, I'm going to get a refund
on eBay.
You've got trees growing out of it. Well done, everyone. Loved it. And well done to the Sydney Swans. 45-point winners over the reigning premier at the MCG. Stick around after this. Essendon St Kilda Marvel Stadium. The People's Caller, Barry Denner, Joey Montagna, Dale Thomas and Mickey Roberts looking after that one. For McDonald's and for Ream Hot Water, this has been Triple M rocking Saturday afternoon football.